Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first watch along of the new season. Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm okay. Good to see you all. It's been a bit of a mad one. I'm currently just signing up to actually watch the match, which will be fun for us all. But yeah, hello, welcome. It's Northampton Town versus West Ham United. I'm just checking my microphone is on. I think it is. It's West Ham United versus Northampton Town live from Sixfields. I will be live doing a little cheeky watch along for this one. But just in case you think, well, there's a Leyton Orient game going on at the same time, right? West Ham, Leyton Orient. We got you there as well. Because as this wraps up, Gio will be going live with a review of the Leyton Orient game. So you get to know fully how all of the boys have done, how all the gang have gone. You know what I mean? What a time to be alive. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm glad you're all here. How's your summer been? It's been eventful, right? It's been eventful. I'm just clicking on buttons because I haven't pressed them in such a long time that I need to remember what I'm actually doing. There we go. Hello, everyone. Hello, Ray. Good to see you. Alphanumeric. Ezra will be going through the lineups in just a moment. H_L_evening. Good to see you. Good to see you. Talking cobblers, mate. I'm talking absolute nonsense. You Army and all that good stuff. Adrian Whitfield here. Both games are being streamed by the host of £5 a go. If you are looking for a stream of the match, as Adrian has said, both Leyton Orient and Northampton are actually streaming them on their respective websites. You can go check that out for £5 each. That's what I was just doing before the show just started there. Definitely not struggling to keep up with stuff I've said. Evening, Brian Cox. Good to see you, mate. How are you? Andy Walsh, my brother from another. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. How is everyone? How is everyone? How are we all? As I'm just pulling up the teams. How are we all? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Let's go into let's have a look at these lineups, shall we? Let's have a cheeky gander. First up, I'm hoping this is the lineup. It is. What a time to be alive. West Ham lineup as such. Trott, Fredericks, Dawson, Alves, Elise, Coventry, Forson, Lanzini, Bowen, Holland, and Mipo Odebeku up front. That's Craig Dawson, captain, ladies and gentlemen. Which out of these players are you most excited to see tonight? Let's press that one instead. Which of these players are you most excited to see? Trott, Fredericks, Dawson, Alves, Elise, Coventry, Forson, Lanzini, Bowen, Holland, or Odebeku. While am I watching the game on Ask Jindy and Carol? First of all, good to see you, my friend. Second of all, I'm watching it on the Northampton Town website. I haven't quite figured out how to actually make it work yet, but that's how I'm doing it. That's how I'm doing it. Evening, Charlie. Hope you're good, mate. Good to see you, Kimbo. Hope you're well. Love that lineup. Wally, very excited. Very excited for one specific man, I suspect, in that lineup, which I fully respect. Not Swifts. Hello, good to see you. Ziggy played guitar looking at Mipo Odebeku, obviously. Hammersmith, who's Forson? Genuinely, mate, don't know. Do not know. I can't stress this enough. When I looked at this lineup just before we went live, that was my question. I don't know. I've not been keeping up over the summer. The youth players tend to hit me when they hit me. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. Andy Walsh is saying Holland, Mipo Masterclass. Sean's asking for our West Ham YouTube channel streaming the game as well. They are not Ezra. You can only watch it on either the Northampton Town website for £5 or Leyton Orient's website for £5 if you're looking for the Leyton Orient game. Forson and Mipo as well. Looking for Nick James, Defo, or Debeco, who's Forson again. Still don't. I've got no clue. Dylan Watson looking forward to seeing Bowen. To be honest, I think he'll be massive for us this season. Great shout. Looking forward to seeing Odebeku. Is it Fornell's son? I honestly did think, again, for a split second, I did think it might have been a misspelling of Fornell's. I thought that our media team wouldn't do that, but at the same time, I don't know who this guy is. There you go. Forson is one of the highest rated kids, lads. Labels the next Kante. Trust me. There you go. Nick James season ticket. I trust you. What is the other starting 11? Daniel, I will tell you now. You give me a moment. First of all, instead of what we'll do, I haven't done this in such a long time that all of these buttons are just scary and confusing to me. You know what I mean? We're struggling. First of all, let's look through the Northampton Town lineup, which is Liam Roberts in goal, Harriman, Sowerby, Guthrie, and Hoskins, Pinnock, Nelson, Floors, Ashley Seal, Rose, and DeBeo, who is a trialist apparently. They've also got on the bench Max, McGowan, Horshaw, Lewis, Connolly, Josh, Scotty Pollock, McWilliams, Chukwuemeka, I can never pronounce his name, Cross, and McWilliams, who's another trialist. But just in case you're interested in what's going on in the Leyton Orient match, I also have that lineup for you right here. If you give me 1 second, my God, I'm pressing just buttons for days right now, people. Honestly, you would not be, you would just be like, oh, that's a lot of buttons you're pressing there, Charlie. And it's true. The other lineup at Leyton Orient is Randolph, Ashby, Baptiste, Ogbono, Cresswell, Johnson. So that's a back five. Noble, Ekwa, Okaflex, Antonio and Xande Silva with a bench of Knightsbridge, Potts, Diallo, Chesters, Jew, and Greenidge. And then I think the Leyton Orient lineup is here in case you're interested. Figaro, Wood, Hap, Smith, Clav, Kemp, Nkrumah, Drinan. Let's go with Pratley, Oggy, and Kirupanu is how I'm going to go with. So those are your lineups. Those are your lineups. As I'm saying, I will be live here throughout the entirety of the Northampton game, giving you updates on what's going on exactly over there. I'll be watching the game, talking about it with all of you lot. And if you're looking for just that extra bit of info on the Leyton Orient game, Gio will be live with a full review of it straight after this game. Straight after this stream, he'll be live giving you a Leyton Orient review. So you know exactly how every single one of the players have done. There we go. I'm starting to get slowly more into it. I'm starting to get just getting there slowly. It's you know, stretching a bit, remembering it. Christopher says he's fed up with that England malarkey and he's glad we're back. You know, it was enjoyable. I like international football, right? I always have, always will. Do love international football, and I'm an England fan. So it's been an enjoyable summer, even if it didn't end exactly how we wanted it. It has been an enjoyable summer. And hey, actually, while we're here, hello to Alan Upton, Alfie Ishmael, Alphanumeric, Andy Walsh, Brian Cox, Charlie Holland, Chris Topper, Daniel Palmer, Dylan Weston, Ezra G. Wong, Ginger and Carol, H.L. Hammer Smith, John McCarthy, Jonathan Skipper, King Edward, Keith Ream, Kimbo, Not Swift Shorts, Nick James, Sean Scullion, Wally World, Ziggy Played Guitar, Liam McMahon, Irish Tommy, Mark Glenda. Hello, everyone. If I've missed you, I apologize. Good to see you all. Good to be back doing a lovely, cheeky watch along. Irish Tommy, I was really impressed with Ashby during preseason the Carabao Cup last summer. Looking forward to seeing how he does this summer. I have hopes for him. This is the thing about summer, right? The summer, when you get to preseason, I love it. I love preseason because one, none of our hopes and dreams have been dashed yet, which is, as we know, always expected with West Ham. But two, it's when we get to see the youth players. We actually get to watch them, see what they're all about, see what they're doing, which is not something we get often. You know, it's not something we get a lot of the time. And so to be able to sit here and actually watch them, properly watch a full game of them, not just coming on for 5 minutes at the end or anything else, an actual full game, always exciting for me. Always very exciting for me. So I agree, Irish Tommy. I'm looking forward to Ashby. I'm looking forward to seeing all of them, honestly, any of the youth players. Evening, Mark. Good to see you. Liam, good to see you. LPH, I can give you the team now. West Ham lineup: Trott, Fredericks, Dawson, Alves, Elise, Coventry, Forson, Lanzini, Bowen, Holland, and Odibeku, with a bench of Hedgie, Swia, Ashley, Nevers, and Rosa. Shout out to Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Looking forward to seeing Ashby, Xande, and a new kid from Celtic, says Daniel. Gaz says I forgot him. Apologies, Gaz. I'm very bad. I just go through the list and it moves as I'm doing it. And so it's difficult to keep up. So I apologize. I really did enjoy last season's preseason flashbacks of Bournemouth. Yeah, that was... Sean, it was a thing. It was a thing. You know, West Ham Unofficial, Jake, good to see you. How are you, my friend? Guys, if you haven't subscribed to West Ham Official, by the way, subscribe. And actually, while we're here, there's one thing I've got to say. And that is just giving a cheeky brief shout out to Sean Stuart Morris Accountants. Of course, they're the best accountants. They are based in Ilford. They make this whole thing possible. Massive shout out to them. You got finance needs, right? They can sort them. Corporate, personal, they're on it. They've got it stat. So have a little look. Sean Stuart Morris Accountants, thank you very, very much. Appreciate it. Mark Noon saying hello. Good to see you. Doug Mowat's asking which games can we pay to watch. You can pay to watch both of them, my friend, on the Leyton Orient or the Northampton Town website. The Northampton Town website is currently not loading for me, so that's stress. I've just paid for it and now it won't load. But you can pay to watch it on either of their websites. £5 each. Mark Noon, good to see you. Hi guys. HL, I wish West Ham would stream under 23 games on our YouTube channel so we could get. Myself and Ray on Two Spanners, we talk about this a lot. I think it's a smart idea. I understand for them it would cost them money, it would make them no money, but personally I would prefer it. They've done it a couple of times. I don't know why they don't do it consistently. I don't know. Irish Tommy says Odebecker and Ogriflex, proper Irish names. Do you know what I mean? It's like how Thomas Delaney's a proper Danish name. You know what I mean? Is there a stream on Twitch? Asks Kian. I'm not sure, Kian. You'd have to go check. I'm not entirely certain. I can't remember, to be honest with you. Gary Page asking where we can watch it. You can watch it on either the Northampton Town or the Leyton Orient website. Any signings yet? Asked Scott. Nope. Nope. Lots of youngsters, but no first team signings as of yet. Is Forster new or a youngster? Doug, who is a youngster. I've never heard of him before today. Excited to see what was going on. Jordan Lane fella, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. The Anderson deal, says Scott, was ridiculous. I think it is as well. I made that clear in a video. It's stress. Not keen. Do you know how to watch these for free? I do not, EK. I do not, unfortunately. If I did, I'd be watching it for free. But I can't. So I'm paying £5 on the Northampton Town website, which again, I can't stress enough, will not load for me. There you go. Forson signed a year ago, apparently. I genuinely don't know anything about him. I'm excited just to see what he is. Like, someone said Kante up here, so I'm excited just to see what's going on with him, because I haven't the foggiest. I didn't even see the last preseason game either. I missed it. So anything is exciting. Any glimmer, as it were. Benches look small. They do look small, but it's a whole thing. A nice Jog Duty impression. I'm glad someone got it. Thank you, Mal. Rosa. What a boy Jug Judy is. What a boy. Thank you very much for actually respecting the reference. I didn't think anyone would get it. Mitchell saying he loves the salmon. Appreciate, you know what I mean? I'm just bringing the Mark Henry retirement vibes today, you know? Was I wearing my pajamas about 2 minutes before I went live? Maybe. Did I grab the first t-shirt I saw? Maybe. These are all things. Sean says 50% of future fees seems when he retires. Last year we make nothing. Yeah, a little bit, Sean. A little bit. It's going to be frustrating. I can't wait. Not Swift says he's my favorite. Thank you, Not Swift. I appreciate it. I'm suspecting there's many other people streaming the game live, so feel free to watch them if you want, but I appreciate that nevertheless. Irish Tommy, they just wanted Anderson's wages off the books. Hopefully we'll give them to Rice now. Look, I think it's an insane deal. I think it's utterly just, it's bananas. I can't figure out why I get it, the wages, I understand the fee, I understand we probably still owed them money, but in totality, we're getting rid of someone and we're getting nothing in return. How are we going to replace them? And we sort of need those numbers. It's very frustrating. Fortune's like Kante is going to be a star. There you go. Mark News saying Kante thing again. I'm excited to see him. If the Northampton Town website ever actually loads, which would be fine. Oh, wait. Has it loaded? Something's happened, guys. It might have loaded. I think I'm in. Stress over. Stress. Robert Snow saying that Footy Pass on Twitter have a free link to the Leyton Orient game. Remember, if you're looking for updates and looking for in-depth knowledge on the Leyton Orient game and how the boys get on there as well, they will be around. Gio will be live after this stream, like straight after it, doing a full-on review of the Leyton Orient game. So, it won't just be me. You also get that. We've got it all. We've got it all here. We're trying to cover all the bases. You know what I mean? We don't just want to provide you a bit. We want to provide you a lot. As I said, clicking buttons I probably shouldn't be clicking. Can we see? Unfortunately, no Swifts, because the content police will come and kill me. They'll come and they'll smash through my window, and they'll hit me with a forearm like that. It'll be like McGregor getting got. I'll break my ankle. I'll be saying ref stoppage. It'll be sad. Do you know what I mean? That's a UFC reference. Don't even watch UFC, but I just know what happened. So I apologize. Do you see Jamal getting getting a chance in the first team this season? Asked Jack. Unfortunately, not. I don't think so. I think I'm assuming me Baptiste for a start. With the amount of first team centre backs we have, and also Alves coming in, he's instantly standing in his way. I doubt it. He's got age on his side, obviously, isn't he? He's only like 18 now, I think. So he's got a long time, a lot of time on his hands. Look, we've got more games than ever. Maybe he gets the run out in the League Cup, but I do doubt it. Unfortunately, I do doubt it. But hey, maybe he'll be lucky. I doubt it. Right, let's see what else is going on. This website is running about as poorly as a website you've ever seen in your life. Good luck. Are you putting the game up? No, Blue. They will come and murder me if I try. Unfortunately, it's stress. Do we know if anyone has a Twitch link like the last game? Bro, I wish I woke up in time. I could have watched it on Twitch. Hey, if anyone has that information, feel free to give it. So checking Kafar sitting on a bench somewhere, upset they're not playing against Orient. Yeah, probably Irish Tommy. I'm not gonna lie. Probably IT. They just want in. They just want to go. Do you know what I mean? It's stress. It's stress for them. They're there. Chris Carlson, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you back. Hope your summer was all right, my friend. Hope you're all good. Could load the Mad Festival. Oh, okay. Mate, this website is wild. I'm loving it. This is gonna be a fun old time for me, specifically trying to watch this game. I could have used that £5. Hopefully this stream works here in Toronto. I think it will, Daniel. I think it will. I don't see why it wouldn't, but at the same time, why is there 2 different games? It's just to get everyone game time, just to get everyone fit. That's the whole point of preseason, is just to get people fit, and I think that's what's going on here. They just want as many people as possible to get as much game time as possible. Therefore, 2 games at once. What's the game on? It is on their respective websites. So Northampton Town's website is showing the Northampton Town game. You have to pay £5 to watch it. And Leyton Orient is on Leyton Orient's website, which again, you would have to pay. You have to pay money to watch it. £5 to watch it. Alternatively, you can stick here with a watch along where we're having fun, talking about the game, talking about everything else. And at the same time, Gia will be live at the end of the game with a full review of Leyton Orient, so you get to know everything that's gone on. The fact that Northampton Town even have a website is a modern day miracle. It's not working as a mere flare. And you're not wrong, Mitchell. You're not wrong. Although, listen, the Shoe Army got their things going on. Do you know what I mean? Are they really the cobblers? Ask what we want. Yeah, they are. Yeah, the cobblers, Shoe Army, and all that. Up the town, spelled Tyentyn. I know stuff about Northampton Town. You know what I mean? I know stuff about Northampton Town. Let's have one last look at the lineups one more time. We're about 9 minutes away from kickoff from both sides. Here, in fact, let me. Right, this stream's a mess. Give me a second. Let's just tidy this up just a little bit. That way, I only have to do it once, and we can all live our lives in relative peace. I will keep you up to date as well as much as I can with the Leyton Orient game. Here is the West Ham lineup for this one, though. It is Trott, Fredericks, Dawson, Alves, Elisi, Coventry, Forson, Lanzini, Bowen, Holland, Odubeku. With the bench of Heji, Swear, who I've never known how to pronounce, Ashley, Neves, and Rosa. Which one of those players are you most looking forward to seeing? Let me know in the comments below. Northampton Town lineup as such. Roberts, Harriman, Sowerby, Guthrie, Hoskins, Pinnock, Nelson, Flores, Ashley Seal, Rose, and DeBeo, with Maxfield McGowan, Horsell, Lewis, Connolly, Pollock, McWilliams, Chukwuemeka, Cross, and McWilliams on the bench. Just in case you're wondering about the Leyton Orient team, they line up, West Ham line up as such: Randolph, Ashby, Baptiste, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Johnson, Noble, Ekwa, Okaflex, Antonio Alexander Silva, with Knightsbridge, Potts, Diallo, Chesters, Zhu, and Greenwich, with Leyton Orient lining up with Vigoro, Wood, Hap, Smith, Clay, Kemp, Nkrumah, Drinnen, Pratley, Ogi, and Kirpinanu is how I've butchered it. This is the lineup we are watching now here. Which one of those players are you most excited to be seeing? Which, in fact, in general, in the preseason, which player are you most excited to be seeing? I'm excited. Here's something I'll pick out. Lanzini. I'm interested to see how he plays more often if he's playing a bit deeper. If he's going to be playing in that sort of reduced midfield role, I'm interested to see how he gets on with that. how he fares. That's interesting for me, you know. So I'd be intrigued. But that's outside of that. You're looking at youth players. I'm excited to see Elise. Excited to see Baptiste. I'm excited to see Forson just because I literally don't know who he is. So I'm excited to see it. Obviously Odebeku, Holland is kind of at make or break time. So at this point, I'm excited to see him step up because if he doesn't make it now, he's never going to make it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm excited to see that. Everyone asking which one they should watch. Hear me out. You get the Leyton Orient stream and then you carry on watching this. That way you get the information from both. Gia will obviously be live with a Leyton Orient review after this. However, that way you get both. You know what I mean? You watch this, you have the Leyton Orient game in the background. You get all the vibes. All of the vibes. Clips is here. Here we go again. Good to see you, Clips. It's a thing. Hang on. If you lot have hang on. Right. If you lot haven't already, ignore my pajamas. Because I am wearing my pajamas underneath the shirt. If you lot haven't already, Clips released a DVD. Get on it. The 2020-21 season review from West Ham Clips. Have a gander. You should, but Clips, good to see you. Here we go again, marching on inextricably towards disappointment. That is the West Ham way. Odebeku hat-trick. Bowen played well against Dundee. I'm excited to see Bowen as well. I think he's got to step up this season. I'm excited for that. Alves, Elise, Forson, Odebeku. Yeah, Alves. I didn't even think about Alves. I don't even think I've seen him play because I didn't watch the last match. Didn't even see the last match, so that's the thing. Sean saying, Nketiah just missed a sitter. We should steer clear of him. Fair. I don't know about Nketiah. It's a different story for a different time, I guess, but I'm not sure about Nketiah personally. Especially for the price that's being touted. If it was cheaper than that, I wouldn't have a problem. But we need a first choice striker, not someone who might make first choice soon. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my opinion on that. What do you think? Let me know. Would love to see Elise make it in the Prem. Went to school with him and Obafemi. Wild, Slam. Wild. Fair. Were they as good in school as they are supposed to be? These are the questions I need answered. Ocaflex sounds like something you buy in home base and other good hardware stores. Other hardware stores are available, of course, Chris, but your B&Qs and whatnot. But you're not wrong. What a name, Ocaflex. I love it. Sounds like a great song that would be released by Lethal Bizzle during the summer. You know what I mean? Where can you watch the game? Asks Ben. Ben, firstly, good to see you. Secondly, the Northampton Town website and the Leyton Orient websites both have streams. You have to pay £5 on either one in order to watch it, which is what I have done for my sins, Northampton Town. And Gio has done it for Leyton Orient. He's paid £5 for Leyton Orient. And after this, he'll be live with a full-on review. So you know exactly how all of the players have done. Don't worry about it, Jack. You're forgiven. Good to see you. Hope your summer's been all right. I'm only interested in seeing how the youngsters fare in preseason as they're an unknown quantity. We already know what we're getting with the established players. That is a fair point. That is a very fair point. Personally, see, this is the one where I was saying about Lanzini, right? Is out of all of the established players, he's the one I'm most interested in, just to see how he plays. If he is going to play deeper, how that's going to play out over the course of a longer season. I mean, here he's probably going to be wide or in the middle of a three, just behind Odebeku. But that's something I'm interested in going forward. But yeah, it's always about youth players. It's always about youth players, right? Mitchell's asking if it's available digitally. I don't know. You'd have to ask Clips, mate. You'd have to ask Clips. All I know is I have it physically, but you'd have to ask Clips. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I didn't see the option, but I'm not sure. I would have bought it anyway because you want a collector's edition. You know what I mean? You want stuff. I lost all confidence there, Clips. I'm very sorry. Kept a clean sheet against Obafemi and Interhouse, but Elise was the year below, so I only saw him in the Astro. Obafemi was the fastest person I've ever seen. Fair. When I went to school, there was someone who ended up in the Arsenal academy. Very briefly, he doesn't play professional football anymore, but he was so fast. He was just rapid, absolutely flying. But now I'm the faster one, obviously. We in double digits yet? Listen, we'll get there. It's gonna be big dubs today. That's all I'm saying. Big dubs. Would you spend 40 million on Abraham? Asks Daniel Palmer. Everyone in the chat, what we vibing? 40 mil on Abraham? Personally, no. I think he is. We are getting commentary. from the Northampton Town website now. Personally, I like Abraham. I would be keen on signing him. And I would probably pay more than most people would. But 40 mil, I do think is a bit beyond what we should be going for, if I'm being honest. But what does everyone else think? I'm interested. Forgot about this game. I was in Northampton Town Centre earlier this afternoon, says Charlie. How was it? I've never been to Northampton. Never been to Northampton. I should go at some point, but I just never have. I almost did a video. It's a long story. I won't go into it. It's a long story. 20 mil max, 25 mil with add-ons. Yes, but we won't, says Sean. Fair. I'll give him a score and a goal. Says Patrick. Fair. 30 mil tops, 25 mil and no more for Abraham, says Tommy. 25 maybe, says Boothammer. Here, Ben Cargill saying, I honestly think we will sign the Ukrainian guy. Yaremchuk, yeah, that's a fair shot. I think we're interested in him. Langer Studios is 35 max. Yeah, I think there's a big sort of fluctuation in price of what people would pay. Personally, I wouldn't go to 40, but I would certainly pay. I mean, 30 doesn't sound too bad. 30 doesn't sound too bad. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. I don't know. The thing is, he's ready to be first choice at a club like West Ham. And he's young enough to where he can grow and prove not only his worth, but make more money on top of that. So 30 seems fair to me. However, I can understand where people are coming from when they say no, personally. Just one more time, if you don't know, because we're about to kick off here, the West Ham lineup for the match we are watching. Trott, Fredericks, Dawson, Alves, Elisi, Coventry, Forson, Lanzini, Bowen, Holland, Odubeku with a bench of Hedgie, Sawyer, Ashley Rivers, Neves, and Rosa. And the Northampton Town side is Roberts, Harriman, Sowerby, Guthrie, Hoskins, Pinnock, Nelson Flores, Ashley Seal, Rose, DeBayu, with a bench of Maxted, McGowan, Horsfall, Lewis, Conley, Scotty Pollock, McWilliams, Chukwuemeka, Cross, and McWilliams once more. There you go. We are about to kick off the first preseason game that I've watched this season, the first watch along of the season. Welcome, everybody. Thank you very much for coming. I genuinely appreciate it. I'll be live throughout the entire thing. And then, like I say, Gio will be live at full time with a review of the Leyton Orient game. But until then, I'll let you know when I kick off, so you know timing-wise where we're at. We're about to kick off here. Northampton Town home side will start. I can see that Forson kid. No clue who he is, but I'm excited to see him. And we're off. We are underway. It is Northampton Town versus West Ham United in the pre-season. Remember, if you wish to watch the game, you can pay £5 on the Northampton Town website to watch it. If you wish to watch the Leyton Orient game, then you can pay £5 on the Leyton Orient site to watch it. Gio will be live with a review straight after of the Leyton Orient, so you know how everyone's doing. Thank you very much for joining, and we are off 22 seconds in. How can Chelsea demand 40 million for a player they don't deem good enough? We were only 2 points behind them last season. That's a fair shout, Irish Tommy. I don't necessarily disagree with that. I think the thing is he is good enough, but he's not ready. Not for Chelsea's level. I think Chelsea obviously see themselves as above us, though, to be fair. You know, Chelsea are obviously going to be looking at Champions League, whereas we're going to be looking at other things this season. I think he'd be a great signing. I just don't. The price is the problem. The price is the problem. I hope Lanzini plays a big role for us this year, says Ben. So do I. I think he's going to. Look, we're losing players left, right, and centre. His role's getting bigger by the day, if we're being honest. If Ben Rama was 25 plus 5 million, is it logical to think Tammy Abraham would be less than 30? I'd argue 35 is the lower limit of his value. Gee, that's a fair point. That is a fair point. I didn't actually think about it in those ways. Fair. I mean, we probably overpaid for Ben Rama to an extent, but I think that's a fair shout. I think it's a fair shout. Nosy saying good luck. Nosy saying good luck from Northampton. Good luck, my friend. I hope it goes well for you. I hope it goes well for you as well. No injuries, obviously, preseason. That's the aim here. No injuries. And hope we get a banger. Good 1-2 down the right-hand side by Fredericks and Bowen. He gets into the box, tries to put it across for Odubeku. And it's in. It's 1-0. It was an own goal. It happened so quickly and so confusingly that I almost couldn't believe it. The ball is a good 1-2 down the right-hand side. Good link up between Jarrod Bowen and Ryan Fredericks. Bowen's steaming through. He pulls it back across with his right foot, looking for Odubeku in the centre. And the Northampton Town defender has absolutely pile-drived it into the net. It's 1-0 to West Ham. There we go. There we go. What? I wasn't ready for that whatsoever. It's 1-0. There we go. Love to see it. Can't complain. Can't complain whatsoever. Good link up, by the way, down the right-hand side, Fredericks and Bowen. I'm excited to see more from both of them this season. Fredericks, I think, has had obviously an up and down time at West Ham, but last season, beginning of it, where he was sort of playing a bit more, I started to really like him. And if he can maybe step up a gear or keep that sort of momentum going this season, I think that'd be a huge asset for West Ham, especially if we're looking at not getting any more right backs or anything. Him and Sufal, decent for me, decent pairing, decent combo. I was not prepared for that at all. It just sort of pile drove it into the net. I didn't really know what was going on. Mike Monero, good to see you, sir. How are you? I hope you're well. How was your summer? I hope good. Will play saying you watched the watch along. Good to be back. Good to see you as well, sir. Hope you're well. Where can we watch the game? People are asking. You can watch it on the Northampton Town website. It's £5 to watch it, or you can watch the Leyton Orient game on the Leyton Orient website. That is also £5. And that's how I'm watching it. West Ham attack again. Holland through Jared Bowen, tried to get a touch. He's claiming for a corner, and I think he's won it. Holland charging down the left-hand side there. Cuts inside, goes to shoot. I think West Ham have been told just to shoot here because they're coming out the doors aggressive. Early doors. Ball came across the box, sort of dribbling, and Jared Bowen tries to get a final touch to it. Can't quite. We're going to lose on penalties again. Oh no, don't G. I'm not ready for it. I can't be dealing with it. Ball played in from the corner. Dawson went to get his head to it. Can't quite angle it there. Also, Dawson was meant to be the captain today. At least that's what the club's social media put out. However, Lanzini has the armband. There you go. Just a little cheeky one for you there. Connor asks who scored. Northampton Town own goal. Bowen and Fredericks linked up well down the right-hand side. Bowen in the area, tries to pull it back for Odebeku, the Northampton Town centre-back. Plinged it into the net. Very good so far. How's your summer going, says Mike? Yeah, mine's all right, man. Mine's all right. It's been an enjoyable summer of football. Despite the ending, I greatly enjoyed it. And now it's a nice time to relax, you know. Got a fan on over here. Just chilling out a bit, you know. Yeah, I work from home. Nothing changes for me ever. But still going for walks here and there, you know what I mean? I think the Tammy Abraham transfer fee should be add-ons heavy if he achieves milestones, and the buyer should pay the fees. Fair. That's a fair point, G. I mean, it's interesting. I'd be interested to see what they would take. I'd be interested to see what they do end up taking, because it's not... I don't think anyone's going to come up and pay the 40 mil off the bat. The season before, yes, definitely. But this, I don't know. So I'd be interested to see how Chelsea end up actually agreeing a deal. My concern is it would be add-ons heavy, but also like 25 mil straight up, and then add-ons heavy, and then it's just a big old lot of money. But then again, if the add-ons work out, then the add-ons work out. It means he's worth it, I guess. I guess is the argument you could make, right? Good to have the watch along again, says Dave. Good to see you, Dave. I hope you're well, my friend. Good to see you back. Nosy asked for a prediction. Also, I assume I'm saying your name correctly, Nosy. I'm going to go with Nosy. I don't know, to be honest, mate. I don't know. It's... I would be... You know, it's pre-season, so the result doesn't matter. But let's go with a nice, fun 3-3, shall we? Let's go with a nice, fun 3-3. It's all about fitness and everything else. But I'd love an exciting match. Starting off relatively well here. Northampton Town went forward early on, tried to do a little bit of something, didn't end up getting a shot away. Ball comes pinging up the other end of the pitch, and West Ham ends up with an own goal, and it's been end-to-end since. It's been a decent start. After numeric says that every time I see TA, my brain goes Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's saying that Abrahams favours West Ham. It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. That's a very good move for him. You know, a Europa League club where he's almost guaranteed to start because Antonio gets injured all the time. You know, I think it's a decent move for him. Langer Studios is saying Antonio's down in the Leyton Orient match. There we go. There you go. Hopefully not serious, because we kind of need him. We kind of really flipping need him, you know? It's kind of not something we can get away with having. Is Antonio injured right now? Listen, if we buy a striker, maybe, but until then, we need him. We need him. Good to see Nathan Trott playing. I'm interested to see what happens there. Because again, he's getting to time to make it stage as well. Joseph Anang's up just behind him. We've got rumours of Areola going around. What time to be alive? So it's interesting to see how Nathan Trott gets on and how he progresses through the pre-season. Villa are building a great squad. I would actually be worried if they signed Abraham. Yeah, so would I, Sean. I can't lie to you, mate. I can't lie to you. It would be... I mean, look, they're doing really well. Let's see what happens from here on out, but they're doing very well so far. I think there's a huge amount of respect for what Villa are doing. Got a lot of good players there. What do you think of the CDM? I don't know anything about the player, Ross. I don't know anything about the player. Haven't even heard the link. So I'm going to say no, but I don't know. Just got back up, but moving gingerly. Thank you, Langer. This is something I do need. I am a bit concerned. Now you've said it, it is sort of on my mind. Who scored for us? Ask Ash FM. It was an own goal. Bowen and Fredericks were playing their way down the right-hand side. Bowen got into the area. He was unmarked, pulled it back across looking for Odebeku, and one of the Northampton Town players plopped it in. Villa have an average squad of players in Grealish. I think that's unfair. I think they've got a few very decent players there. I also rate Grealish slightly less than everyone else does. But that's just to say, I think Grealish is very good. I don't think he's out of this world good. Forson just going down there under the challenge of Northampton Town. Connor Commentary takes the ball quickly, plays it over the top, was looking for Bowen. It didn't quite work out. Straight into the Northampton Town hands. Where can you watch the game? Where can we watch the game? Asks Adam and the Great Eastern Train fan. First of all, good train. Second of all, on the Northampton Town website, it is £5 to watch it. Equally, you can see it on the Leyton Orient website. Also, £5 to watch that one over there. That is where you could watch it. I would show it to you, but again, the content police would come and murder me. Not even in my sleep. They just rock up in the middle of the day. You know what I mean? Holland making good progress down the middle. Cheeky play, ball into the box. Nothing from West Ham there. No one attacking it too much. Fredericks picks it up on the opposite side. Forson tried to just sort of scoop it into the box, but it's straight into the goalkeeper's hands. It remains 1-0, 10 minutes in. It remains 10 minutes in. So we'll be back this summer with watch-alongs for days. Summer, as many of the preseason games we can cover, we will. Like I said, we're covering both today, despite them being at the same time. Got a review after this from Gio on the Leyton Orient match. And then we've got this watch-along. And then I'll be doing as many watch-alongs as I can. And then also, during the Premier League season, obviously, watch-alongs will hopefully be back full force. That's the hope and dream, anyway. That's the hope and dream. Villa are like Tottenham when they had Bale. I know what you mean. I mean, look, if Grealish goes, it would be a thing, right? If Grealish leaves. But they would also be able to replace him with a lot of money. And also, to be honest with you, Villa aren't bad at transfers. So being able to replace him, although he's a big deal, I don't think it would be the end of the world for them. I think Grealish is very good, but I don't think he's the best player in the world or anything, you know. Scott, good to see you, my friend. I'm watching the Northampton match on shot from Northampton Town, just wide of the left-hand post. Drag just wide from range there. I'm watching it on the Northampton Town website. It's £5 to pay for. Although apparently there's Leyton Orient links in the Discord, people. So link in the description below. Discord, have a little click. Have a gander. Apparently there's links to the Leyton Orient match. I had not seen that. I did not know that, but there we go. There we go. It's a good shot from Northampton Town there. They worked their way into an okay position, and instead of trying to push it any further, they took the shot from range, and it went just wide of the base of the left-hand post to Trott's right. So it is what it is. Bought the Orient games as dead as a dodo at the moment, for fuck's sake. Unlucky, Ben. I apologize. You know, I think Gio's probably going to be feeling the same. He did the exact same thing. Is Areola happening? Asks Mark. I don't know, mate. I hope so. Fredericks working his way down the right-hand side here. Forson. West Ham now playing it back across. Lanzini starting a bit deeper. I want to see him get a bit further forward, I guess. Fredericks with the space, puts the ball in, looking for Odebeku. Controls, hits it. block. Lanzini tries the little shimmy. West Ham looking for something. Coventry hits it. It's 2. Good finish. Connor Coventry. Didn't know he had it in him. Connor Coventry, of all people. West Ham worked it well. They were sort of taking their time. They weren't rushing the shot by any stretch of the imagination. They were just passing it around. Odebeku looked to try and get a shot when he had it in the middle of the area, but couldn't quite find the space to actually pop it off. It ends up coming back to Lanzini, lays it off to Coventry, who with his left foot drives it into the bottom right-hand corner past the goalkeeper. 2-0. 2-0. Very solid start. Very, very solid start indeed. What? I didn't know he had it in him. I've barely seen him. I've barely seen Connor Coventry play, to be fair. But in my head, I was like, oh yeah, he's a DM. He'll be decent at sort of maybe a box-to-box type thing, maybe sweeping up a bit. Now's his time. The thing is, again, he's another one of those people who now's his time, right? Now he's a time. And so to see him stepping up like this is good because he's going to be needed. We need a central midfielder. Doesn't look like we're going to be getting one anytime soon. And he's at the age where he's going to have to make or break slightly. So to see him getting a goal like that is good. It's a good finish as well. Literally driven into the bottom corner. Big plays. Big plays. Just in case anyone sees this, Chris Carson is free on Twitch, but you've got to sign up and give you credit card details. Yeah, definitely bait. Do not touch it. As Oi says, do not touch that. I always say that now. Do not touch that. Yeah. Langer, we look so slow against Leighton. I regret not getting the other match. Well, you know, Holland breaks down the left-hand side again, pulls it back. Oh, Bowen was there. Good defended by Northampton Town, who managed to stop it. But at the last second, it looked close. And now not Leighton Orient. I'm thinking about Leighton Orient. Now Northampton Town break down the other end, pushing their way down the right-hand side. He's getting to the corner flag now, looks to try and put it in. Who's number 2? It'll be Elise. Elise tried to block him there. Played into the box. Nathan Trott, big catch. Not a problem. Coventry is a baller for Ireland at least. Is he? I've never really seen him play. I've only seen him when he's played in the first team and like bits here and there for the youth team when I've managed to see them. I'm interested to see again because I think it's just like now is his time. He has to step up. I don't want it to be another Cullen situation, you know? It doesn't matter if I can watch Northampton. I got Charlie. Thank you very much, Scott. I appreciate it. I've got a lot going on right now. You know, I need to shave. I'm going to be shaving, but who is managing each match? Ask Eric. That's a great shout, Eric. I've no idea. No idea. I suspect Moyes would be at the Orient game because there's more first team players there, but. Well, maybe. Look, when Moyes got injured last time, or when he got COVID, and what's his name took over. Oh, but he's gone now, isn't he? I don't know then. Then I don't know. Manny asking who scored the second. It was your boy Connor Coventry, driven into the bottom right-hand corner with his left foot from range. Great shot, to be fair. Great shot, great goal. I respect it. Moyes, Orient, coaching staff, Northampton. There you go. Thank you very much, Ben. Appreciate the info. Because I had nay clue. Rebecca's here. Hello. How are you? Hope you're well. I'm watching football. How are you watching? Asks Mark. I am watching on the Northampton Town website. It is £5 to watch. You click on it, you pay, and then eventually it loads and you get it. It took me a while. It is what it is. It is what it is. Never forgive us for getting rid of Cullen. Yeah, I don't know what happened with there, Sean, at all, to be honest, bro. I have no idea. I always felt like he looked all right and then flipping, you know? I don't know. Who scored Northampton? Northampton scored the own goal. I believe it was one of their centre-backs. I didn't catch the name, see the person, but I believe it was one of their centre-backs. And then the goal was scored by Connor Coventry. Coventry, you know. There you go. If you're looking for the Leighton Orient, here's what I would say again: you could watch the Leighton Orient match and then keep this on. That way, you know what's going on in both worlds. Do you know what I mean? I think that's a smart idea for you. Maybe I don't know. That's what I would do if I was watching this game and I wasn't having to be here. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. What's the website called? The Northampton Town website is ntfc.co.uk. And the Discord is in the link below to watch the Leyton Orient match or Leyton Orient's website, which I can't remember what it's at is. The Leyton Orient website is, I don't have it still on my screen, so that's an L. It's Leyton Orient. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Very cold. Fair. I mean, I've got a fan there. Don't know why I'm telling you that. I'm just going to point it and look at it. It's there. You can't see it, but it's there. I'm dual screening Leyton Orient, Charlie. There you go. Scott knows how to do it. He's got it. How can you watch the match? Asks Archie. You can watch the Leyton Orient match on the Discord and link below. Click on it. Join. It's free. And in the link section, we have a link to the Leyton Orient game. And the Northampton Town one is being streamed on the Northampton Town Club website. £5. £5, and you can get it. That's what I did. It's got a University of Northampton thing in the corner. I feel a bit ripped off paying for it to see an advert, but we move on. We can move on. I would show it, but the content police would come and kill me, so I'll leave it. Game's slowed down ever so slightly since the second goal. Both teams again, they're not. There's no let up. They're still trying. It's just a case of like Chuggington's happening. You know what I mean? I don't know what I mean, so I don't know how you would. I've said it now. Sometimes this is the thing you have to learn when you do live stuff. Sometimes you say stuff and you just have to accept that it's out there and in the world, and that's one of those. I've said it now. We move on with our lives. Good ball down the right hand side. Fredericks pulls it across early. It's a good block by the Northampton Town left back. And it goes out for a throw-in. To West Ham. Good play. I mean, Fredericks is causing all kinds of bother down the right-hand side. Currently, he's getting into very, very advanced positions and constantly trying to pull the ball back. That is where the goal came from. The first one, at least. Second one, he was involved in the build-up play very high up the pitch, but not quite directly anyway. Not quite directly. Manny's a bit confused. We're playing two games at the same time. Yes, we are. Half the team are in Northampton for Northampton Town playing at Sixfields, and the other half of the team are in Leyton Orient in London playing at whatever Leyton Orient's ground is now called. I think it might be something to do with Matchroom Boxing. I can't remember, but it's something. They changed their name, so I don't remember. But yeah, both teams do. We did it last season as well. We've done it before. Just a cheeky half and half thing. We've done it a couple of seasons, actually. Remember once when Pyatt did it? When we signed Pyatt and he scored a free kick against whoever it was. Don't remember. Of course, Scotty Pollock is the player in the thumbnail. Ethan, look, I know what I'm doing. Ethan. Northampton Town attacking well down the left-hand side. Then number 11 pulls it back across. Hit. Ooh, close. The ball came back across the goal. In the center of the area, he's just inside the D. Number 32 for Northampton Town shoots, and they can't quite convert it. It's going wide. There was a Northampton Town player there. Maybe could have got a touch. Didn't. Not fast. Still reigns 2-2. But still, Ethan, I know what I'm doing, is all I would say. When I was looking through the Northampton Town, and I was like, who's the most clickbaity player? It's got to be your boy, Scotty P. Do you know what I mean? If you're looking for links to the game in the Discord and link below, there is a link to the Leyton Orient game. Click on Discord, join it. It's free. Go get involved. Lovely people over there. Go and have a gander, have a little conversation with people. But also there's a link to the Leyton Orient game. And if you're looking for the Northampton Town, there is not a link for it, but you will be able to watch it on the Northampton Town website for £5, which is how I am watching it. Know the name. You know the name. Remember it. You got to remember. I just like pre-season. I just like seeing youth players doing their things, it's always exciting. Conor Coventry just came on, scored a good goal, just slotted it home from range with his left foot, bottom bins. You know what I mean? It's always exciting. Nathan Holland now stepping up, trying to take it one way, juke it the other. It's always an exciting time. Jared Bowen on the right-hand side tries to pull it back across. 1-2 of Lanzini. Again, West Ham are taking their time here, like they did for the commentary goal. Taking their time on the edge of the area. That's a good ball by Lanzini. Trying to find Fredericks. Couldn't quite work there. Couldn't quite work there. Do I work for the Victoria's Secret? Asks Ryan. Listen. No, but if they're hiring, it clearly could pull it off. You know? Can I show us the match? I cannot. They will come and they will murder me. I do not want to anger Northampton Town Football Club. I've heard they are big boys. Nathan Holland through a goal once more. Pulls it back, looking for Odebeku. Bowen's out just outside the area. Oh, Forson's there. Oh, the guy I'd never heard of almost scored. He came through. He was 1-on-1. Well, he wasn't 1-on-1. He was being pressurized by the defender. He was inside the 6-yard box. Goes for the shot. Can't really get it across. The keeper gets it. And Northampton Town clear, but very, very close. West Ham knocking on the door once more. And yet again. Listen, it's not going to stay at 2 is what I'll say. They're getting very close. Who scored the goals? It was the first one was an own goal by Northampton Town. The second one was Connor Coventry. Any of the youngsters standing out? Yeah, Coventry's having a good game. Is one of the ones I would definitely look on. Holland is looking lively, but not quite doing anything as of yet. He's not producing anything wild, but he's clearly in the game. He's up for the game. You know what I mean? Try to catch up on things. Would you spend £5 on Northampton team? David, would I spend £5? I have, is what I would say. Would I? Look, the stream is fine, to be fair to it. The stream isn't bad. There's no replays, which is stretching my memory. I'm having to really, really think about it. But the stream itself is well enough made. This website was an absolute pain to get loading. It didn't go very well with the loading, the website, so I don't know about that. But the stream itself is built well enough. So it's up to you. I would say, look, spend £5 on Leighton Orient, carry on watching this. Views for your boy. But, you know. Talk about Meepo. Meepo's looking to get involved in the game. Not quite yet. We're playing a sort of 4-3-3. Lanzini is a lot deeper than I'd want him to, potentially. You've got Lanzini and Forson on either side of Connor Coventry, and they're playing not playing deep, but quite flat. So we're not getting people in and around that area just behind Odebeku, which is what I want. I want to be able to feed him. Feed Meepo. You know what I mean? Feed him, and it's not quite happening yet. We are being dominated by the mighty ears. Listen, the first West Ham game I ever went to was Leighton Orient away in like 2003 or something, pre-season friendly, and it was terrible. So, you know, we move. Cobra YT asking who scored. First of all, chill, bro. I can see it. Second of all, it was an own goal by Northampton Town and a good goal from Connor Coventry. Good goal from Connor Coventry. What's the starting 11? The starting 11 was, if you give me a second, West Ham lined up with Trott, Fredericks, Dawson, Alves, Elise, Coventry, Forson. So wait, Trott, then a back four. Fredericks, Dawson, Alves, Elise. Then Coventry, Forson, Lanzini in the middle. Then Bowen, Holland, and Odebeku. Lanzini, the captain. Looking for a free stream. Sam, in the link below, you can find Discord. In the Discord, there is a stream link to your boy Leighton Orient to see what's going on over there. Apparently not much. Haven't seen it. I am watching the Northampton Town one legally on the Northampton Town website, which is £5. I don't think there is any links for that around. After 16, good to see you, sir. Good to see you, the Ripple Alphas. How are you? How's things? Did you enjoy the football in the summer? It was stress. Holland almost playing his way through. Forson's there. West Ham coming close. West Ham coming close again. Not quite making it, though. Not quite making it. Throw in to Northampton Town down the right hand or left hand side. So hang on, Graham's eyebrows. First of all, right? I wouldn't expect it from such a lovely man's face. Second of all, what is that emoji after it? What are you talking about? How are you going to say that about me? I'm going to put you in timeout, right? But you can't put that emoji after Graham's eyebrow. Graham would be angry if he knew his eyebrows were doing this, bruv. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come back in 5 minutes. Ham or cheese? Excellent question, Ryan Ham. Next question. Cheese is overrated. I'm putting it out there. Cheese is overrated. Why is Ben Rama not training? Not sure, Scott. I don't know anything about it, to be honest. I don't know anything about it. Probably injuries. I'm marvelous. Thanks. Very stressful indeed. How's things been? Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Tired. Hungry. So basically the same as I always am. Hibs and Altoona up against Arsenal. Going wild. Four at the back then. Do you prefer that or three at centre back strategy? YouTube us. It's a good question. My gut says, sorry if that was loud. My gut says I prefer, shot from Northampton Town, saved by Trott. He's got back up, pulled it back across. It's 2-1. Hoskins gets the goal. It's 2-1. They work their way into a good position down the left-hand side and pull across. Well, first of all, they pulled across a shot from just outside the area. Trott makes a save but can't keep his hands to it. They regain the possession on the left-hand side inside the box. And then it's if you had played FIFA, you'd call it a sweaty goal. I think it's respectable. They pull it back across for Hoskins, who's in all of the space, and he just slots it home. Northampton Town 1, West Ham United 2. It is all, as they say, kicking off. Goals galore. Half an hour in, 3 goals. That's one every 10 minutes. That's what's kicking off right now. Northampton Town 1, West Ham United 2. There we go. Which youngsters do you think have the best chance of impact this season? Probably none of them, honestly. Look, making an impact, I don't know, is the truth. I mean, Odubeku's the closest to first-team football, given the fact we have literally no other strikers apart from Antonio, who's incredibly injury-prone. And so the idea of him making an impact is possible because he just might actually get game time. Connor Coventry, equally, again, is pretty close in terms of centre mids because we need a centre mid and we haven't brought anyone in yet. But once we have, I doubt we'll see any of them. The one people are talking about is Alves a lot. Obviously, we brought him in, and there's been rumours that he was brought in to sort of play first team action soon-ish. So maybe him. Outside of that, I don't see many, if any. Ben Johnson, if you still include him, I guess. People ask about Moyes. Moyes is at the Leyton Orient game. So there you go. That if you're looking for him, that's where he's at. The coaching staff for coaching this one. Is Odebecky playing well? Asked Anthony. He's having a nothing game. Not much to say, to be honest with you. Trying to create some space. Not really doing much with it because he's not really getting the ball. Jared Bowen is getting a lot of the ball. Lanzini's getting a lot of ball. Holland's getting a lot of the ball. Frederick's getting a lot of ball in and around the area, but he's not really there. Unfortunately. Is what it is. Bowen, for example, on the ball now. Back to Forson. Connor Coventry being pressurised. West Ham forced all the way back. Are we wearing a new kit? We are not, Major. We won't until we've had a... I suspect we won't until we've officially unveiled it. Have we officially unveiled it? Did I miss that? I might have missed that. I don't know. Felipe Anderson is in Lazio. West Ham get 50% of future. You happy? No, very unhappy. I think it's nonsense. I think it's complete and utter nonsense. But what can you do? That's what we do, right? Holland picks up the ball in a decent area, finds Odebeku. Gets forced back again. Northampton Town defending pretty well now. Defended solidly. Good 1-2. Holland's through here. Odebeku's there. Holland hits it. Save from the goalkeeper. Holland. I'll say this about Holland so far this game. He's been quite greedy. He's gone for goal significant amount of times. He keeps going for goal, and I respect it. Look, he needs to get goals. He wants to make an impact again. He's at the age where he has to make it happen right now. And with the ever-decreasing amount of attacking midfielders and wide players we have, he might be getting those chances. But every time he's on the ball, he's looking for the goal. And there's a couple of times where he could have passed instead. Ryan Fredericks in and around the box, just on the 6-yard box, dinks it across, palmed out of the way by Northampton. Hit over from Nathan Holland yet again. And it maintains 2-1. I'm not saying don't shoot, because obviously we want players to shoot more. That would be nice. However, what I will say is there's quite a few times where he's had the ball in a decent enough position and maybe he should look for a cross or a dink or a pullback or something, and he's going consistently for goal. Like then, he could have pulled it back. Look, Odebeke wasn't in a great position, but he was in certainly a better position than he was. Nathan Holland was at a very tight angle, and instead of pulling it back, he went for goal, hoping that the goalkeeper wasn't good enough to stave it, which he very much easily was. And it remains 2-1. It remains 2-1. Kit will be unveiled when Lingard signs. Listen, Adrian, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Jake is asking, how can you watch the game? Jake, you can watch it on the Northampton Town website. You have to pay £5 to watch it, or you can... Fam. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You're gone, but I appreciate it. You can watch it on the Northampton Town website for £5, or you can watch the Leyton Orient game on the Leyton Orient website for £5. However, you could also watch it link in the description below. If you go to the Discord, click on that, join that, free, get involved. It's a lovely place to be. You can watch the Leyton Orient match there. There are links in there, apparently. Kit, not. Thank you. I didn't think so, but you know me. I haven't really been checking Twitter too much, so who knows? Who knows? We're just over half an hour in. It's been an end-to-end game. It's been an exciting game to play so far, to be fair. Lots of space and time for people to succeed. Fredericks has done very well getting... He's got very high up the pitch all of the time. Not really done anything defensively, but he's certainly showing his attacking prowess, which is the thing I was most excited about at the beginning of last season. And he's been doing it again here, which has been good. Him and Bowen linking up well. Bowen getting central, as is Holland. People asking about Odebeke, for example. Has Odebeke been good? He's not really had much to do, Liam. He's not really getting that much of the ball. He's not getting the ball in decent enough areas. He had one there, but got forced backwards. He's been involved in the setups, the goals to an extent, but he's not really done much. But that's not a criticism of him. That's just a fact of how the game's gone so far. At least he plays the ball down the line, looking for Odebeke there. Just cut out well by Northampton Town. It's thrown to West Ham. Listen, you might be tired from Euros, okay? I'm up for it. Do you know what I mean? The trolls are here. We're back. Watch-alongs. It wouldn't be the same without them. The problem is so far they've been a low caliber of troll. You know what I mean? They've been a low caliber of troll. I'm looking for your boys who just come in and say that I'm crap. I'm looking for something I can do something with. So far, they just walk in and say the word nonce as if that's a dub. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I want a bit more. We're in Europa League now. I want Europa League level trolls. None of this like relegation fodder. You know what I mean? It's just, it's an L. It's disappointing. It's disappointing. You can watch it on the Northampton Town website. It's £5, or you can click on the description below to join the Discord. It's a lovely place to be, and they have a link for the Leyton Orient game, or you can watch the Leyton Orient game. £5 on their website as well. Jared Bowen working his way into the centre, finds Elise, who's got further forward again. Tries to pull it back across. Easy catch from the Northampton Town goalkeeper. And it is what it is. Our fullbacks are getting very high forward. Very, very high forward. Interested to see that this is 4 at the back. This might just be a case of that's the people we have, so we play 4 at the back as opposed to 5 at the back like in the Leyton Orient game. Ball through, trying to look for Jared Bowen again, straight through to the Northampton Town goalkeeper. Interested to see how that works out. Fullbacks are getting very high, especially Fredericks, but at least he's getting forward as and when he can. As and when he can. It is what it is. What hairstyle will we go for next season? Ryan, I'll be honest with you. I'll go with the same hairstyle I do every season, which is however it looks when I wake up. This is wake up hair. As you can see, there's no real rhyme or reason to it. It's a messy. It's a mess. You know. It is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Your mum jokes. This is the sort of stuff I'm looking for. You know, someone. Where is it? Trolls seem to be obsessed here in this one. Trolls in preseason. Do you know what I mean? They're not match fit. Okay, I'll give them that. They're warming up. But I want maybe your mum joke. Maybe I don't know. just something more. You know, so far it's just been low quality. Nothing. It just. Russ Boss is here. Good to see you, Russ. What do you think of our potential new signing for the ladies? I don't know anything about it, bruv. I'm so out of the loop with everything. It's insane. It's insane. I didn't even know. I didn't even know there was a match today until Gio messaged me. So that gives you some idea of how in the loop I am. It's not RB. It's not. You know what I mean? She's not encouraged to troll. I'm not. The thing is, mate, Blue Boy. Here's the thing. I'm fine with them. I'll be honest with you. I'm fine with them because, in reality, I don't mind it because I think you can be good with a troll can be good. The problem is they just come in and spam a word that they think is funny, and it's like, all right, I get it, but like, I get it, bands, you know, hee cheeky boys, but like, I want something more. I want something more. You know, I'm not getting that. If Moyes asked you around for dinner and gave you one apple, what would you do? Ask him why he's so slow with substitutions? Probably. Ask him why he's so slow at signing people? Probably. If Moyes asked you to clean his car, how much would you want? That's a good question. It's a great question. How much would I want to clean Moyes' car? The thing is, I reckon Moyes keeps his car quite clean, you know. I reckon Moyes probably does a good job at cleaning his car. So the idea of like cleaning it seems like it would probably be relatively easy. You know? How much would I pay to clean Moyes' car? How much would he have to pay me, I should say? Forson, foul on the Northampton Town player there. Goes in. Northampton Town players slowly getting up. We don't want to see injuries today. Give me 100 and I'll do it. My day rate for videos is 100, so I'll say 100. But to be honest with you, I reckon it's an easy job. I reckon he keeps his car clean. I reckon that man runs a tight ship in the car cleaning department. You know what I mean? Elise covers it there. The ball's coming through. Both number twos fighting up against it. Northampton Town win. Forson gets in and Elise's tall, isn't he? I didn't realize he was so tall. Ball got played through on the right-hand side there. Elise was covering it. Looked like initially he'd won it, but then the Northampton Town number two and he battled a little bit. Northampton Town come away with it. Ends up bobbling out for a corner to Northampton Town. Decent position, decent opportunity for them. But yeah, Elise's big. I didn't realize how tall he was. I thought he was smaller than that. I don't know why. Northampton Town with a corner from the right-hand side. Whips it in. Headed away by Dawson. Lands at the feet of number 4 from Northampton Town. Hits it. Deflects out. It's another corner. Another corner. Ekwah and Johnson look best in the Orient game. There you go. Thank you, Langer. I was going to ask how it was going at half-time and stuff. I haven't seen anything about Ekwah. I want to. Played in once again. Headed away this time by, I think it was Elise again. Shot from range from Northampton Town. It's a try, ladies and gentlemen. It's gone high and wide. Wide just went high. Like it was like an Antonio. It was just, you know. Apparently the away kit next season is going to be the Argentine style light blue and white stripes. Yeah, I saw that leaked thing. It was like, yeah, the Argentina kit, but it had like claret here where the white is on my shirt, and then claret collar, I think. The kits I always have to wait until I see them in person because I always have an opinion on them which changes instantaneously. Sometimes I really like them and then I see them in person and I'm like, and then sometimes I see them and I'm like, but I see them in person, I'm like, so we'll see. You know, you go from, you know, or you go, you know, so we'll see. The home one, though, I don't know. I don't think it looks too bad. I don't know, though. Again, I've only seen one picture. And it was far away. You know? What are your thoughts on the great Watford FC? Asks Tyler. First of all, welcome, Tyler. Subscribe. Like the video if you're new around here. Do you know what? I quite like Watford. I can't lie. I worked an event for Watford, Christmas 2019. That was fun. I met all the Watford players. So positive. Ball forward from Northampton, long ball, easily into the hands of Nathan Trott. Player was pushing, but nothing too bad there. Northampton have slowly grown into this game. The last sort of 5 to 10 minutes, it's been mostly them. Before then, it was pretty much a West Ham domination with them coming on the counter-attack every now and then. But the last 5 minutes or so, they've been pushing a little bit further forward, making some runs, making some space and whatnot. And it is what it is. Lanzini wins a free kick there in a good area. The ball was bouncing up high. He flicks it beyond the Northampton Town player around him and gets taken out. Easy enough free kick there, especially in the preseason game. West Ham did try to carry on. Referee played advantage, but it came to nothing. So free kick, he's back up, looks totally okay now. Maybe a little bit of a sore arm, but he's all right. Him and Bowen now standing over the ball for the free kick. Because of your appreciation for Watford, you know how to have fun. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate it. No worries, man. I do. I just quite like Watford, you know. I think they're all right. I think they're a decent team. And like I said, I've met most of the players at that event, and it was very cool, you know. Free kick, good area, about 25 yards from goal. Lanzini hits it. It's pre-season. Best not to mention it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here to criticize. You know, is what it is. It was a decent. Look, he tried as well. I'll say he tried. It came. He saw. He shot, and it was very high and wide. It was very high and wide. Don't like the white box around the away kit, asks Aaron. Yeah, it says Aaron. Yeah, I never like it, but it's one of those things where the kit has to have like the sponsors have to like you can't. It's so difficult to incorporate them into a kit because it's just stress, right? Like Betway, for example, we're wearing the away kit here. I don't know what we're wearing in the Leyton Orient game, but in this we're wearing last season's away kit with the 2 claret stripes, which I've always really liked that kit design with the light blue and the claret stripes. But the claret stripes are so far apart because you have to try and incorporate the Betway logo, and it's just stress. Half-time whistle goes in the Northampton Town versus West Ham United match. It is West Ham United 2, Northampton Town 1. Northampton Town coming back into it after West Ham were sort of dominating very strongly. But it ends 2-1 at half-time. It ends 2-1 at half-time. Can we talk about how Arsenal are losing to Hibernian right now? It's hilarious, is what I would say. I find it hilarious. Especially because I have a lot of Arsenal friends, so I can just be like... Michael says he's joined the Discord to try and watch the game, but he is stuck on the rules page. As Rebecca says, my friend, you need to just accept the rules by clicking on the little green thing, and then you can go off into the night and find a stream and do whatever you want to do. Talk, have good times. It is what it is. Just as an update on the Leyton Orient game, if you want to know anything about that, it is currently still 0-0. People in the chat watching it can tell you how it's going, but it is 0-0 in that match, and it sounds not hype. Not hype. So at least less hype than this. Why? I'm going to read this right, Ray, without looking because I trust you. And if you screwed me here, you screwed me. Why did the cookie cry? Because his mother was away for so long. I'm glad you've delivered. You delivered. Ray, of course, my co-host on Two Spanners, One Hammer, the Hammers Chat Patreon exclusive podcast, which you can find in the link in the description below. Patreon.com/Hammers Chat. So much extra stuff. Okay, so much Oh, if I press that button, it comes back up again. See, didn't know that. So much extra stuff that you can find, extra shows from Gio and Gonzo, as well as stuff from myself and Ray, and audio versions by the wonderful, amazing Rebecca, who's in the live chat right now. I did that. I pointed at the live chat. I realized you can't see, so I'll do that. It's there. Ish. Or there, depending on which way you're watching it. The point is, audio versions of all the stuff, if you prefer to listen to it while you're doing a hard day's work on the tractor, on the farm, do you know what I mean, digging up potatoes and that, you can listen to them. You can watch the extra content that Gio and Gonzo put out. You can watch the stuff I put out. Patreon.com/Hammers Chat. Come and get involved. And there we go. It's half time. 2-1 is the scoreline. If you're watching the Leyton Orient game, has anyone stood out? Has anyone stood out in that game to you? Has anyone felt like they look really good in that game? In this, I think Connor Coventry has played a good role. He obviously scored the goal. If you don't know, he scored, and the first goal was a Northampton own goal. The second one was Connor Coventry from range, and then the third one was obviously Northampton Town. It was Hoskins, I think, was the player who scored for them. If you're watching that game, let me know, who do you think has been really good in that game? Gio will be live with a full review after it, so you'll be able to hear his opinions as well. In this one, like I said, I think Coventry's played well. I think Lanzini's looked good. I think Bowen's looked good. Nathan Holland's been getting involved, but hasn't actually done anything with it yet, but he's at least getting involved. We've struggled to really find Meepo with anything. Meepo's not really done much of anything, to be honest with you. It's stress. I want to see him get some opportunities, but we're not really finding him. The chances he has had on the ball have been few and far between, and not really being able to do anything with them. That's how I would break it down in terms of this match. Let me know how you'd break it down in terms of the other one. Jamal Baptiste has been class, apparently. What did the mama tomato say to the baby tomato? Ketchup. They're strong Ray, making a strong play to when people just subscribe to the Patreon. When did I last pay? I've never, Ryan, is the answer to your question, my friend. Never. When was it last painted? I don't know. We moved in here in October, but I've never touched it. I've never painted a radiator in my life. Discolored a little bit, so I reckon a while ago. Echo and Johnson look good. Leyton Orient playing well. How many times you wanted to kiss Moyes? Never. Depressingly, never. What did Spider say to Baby Swan? You spend too much time on the web. These are all bangers. I didn't deliver that one in the way it deserved. I apologize. I realized that partway through my delivery was very poor. I apologize, Ray. Sorry. Please forgive me. So everyone, while we're here at halftime, we'll wait for the second half to come on. Which one of the youth players do you think has the most chance of making an impact this season? It's a question I want to ask. Something that got asked during there, I thought was an interesting question. Which one of the youth players do you think has the biggest chance of making an impact this season? My answers were Odebeku and Coventry, because of just the amount of people ahead of them in those positions isn't that many. Nathan Holland as well is maybe one that will become increasingly more important as players leave. But who do you think? I'm interested to know what your opinions are. I've seen Papa John chat in the chat. I'm sad I didn't know where it came from, because I want pizza. Moyes has a part-time job as a stripper. Fair. I wouldn't know, but I would back him wholeheartedly in it. Meepo, please. Meepo, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? I mean, there's only one person ahead of him, so you'd also suspect so. Everton or Liverpool? Asks Everton fan. Everton. I have family who support Everton, therefore Everton. Everton. Coventry, check your phone. I will check it now. Meepo, please. Meepo, says James Gunn. James, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Hope you enjoyed your summer. Hope it's been a good time for you. Nice to see you back with the caps lock. Nice to see you back with the caps lock. Let me just grab this a second. Let me just do this. Hang on a sec. Ray, just check your thing in a sec. I just need to find. I've got so many tabs, Ray. I don't know where it is. There you go. There you go. Good to see you, James. So Anderson's gone, right? He has gone. It's not confirmed, but he is he's over in Italy. You know what I mean? He's over in Italy. He's over there doing his transfer. Just sort of in that general direction, probably. I think that's where Italy is. I really think that Bolton will have a big season for us, 10 to 12 Premier League goals. I think that would be a big return, Dylan. That would be a big return. I'd be very happy with that. I think his last season was here or there. Sometimes he'd been really good, sometimes not. That would be big for us. I would very much appreciate it if he did that. We are desperate needing some new signings, goalkeeper, midfielder, and striker or two, as the youngsters only have a handful of only made Premier League appearances. I agree, Brian. Moyes says he likes a small squad because he can give the youngsters opportunities. He hasn't done that. So we either need signings or he needs to live up to his word. One or the other has to happen. And with increasing amounts of games this season, be it in terms of Europa League and everything else, that's going to be a thing. It's just going to have to be a thing. Very well, James. Very well, James. Good to see you. And joining us live from his place in the round, it's Ray Bourne. Ray, how are you?
Yeah, that's bad. Do you know, just funny story quickly, right? So I heard you talking about the mum jokes in the background. So I was like on my laptop, on my computer, just Googling mum jokes while I was having a meeting with my assistant managers trying to be all serious about the rota for next week. And I'm like semi-listening to her and then posting them on here and then hearing and just chuckling in the background. I got told off and I'm the boss.
Ray's the boss. He's the boss. He was in a meeting with his assistant manager and he's Googling your mum jokes to put in a watch along for a West Ham game. Stress. Ray, have you watched anything from either of the this is commitment. I can't look. I'm not gonna put you down for commitment, but there is commitment. Have you watched either of the two games? If so, what are your thoughts on whichever one you've seen anything from? And if you haven't, which youth players do you think will make the biggest impact this season, or has the best opportunity to make an impact this season?
I've not watched any games. I've literally, I've been similarly meeting and similarly listening to you. So I've been like double dipping.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Never a bad thing.
So yeah, I keep it. I heard you say Baptiste a few times. How was he playing? Was he playing really good? Because I'm quite excited about him and his future. And I don't think it's going to make it next season. Like he might get a cup game or he might need to go out on loan. I'm excited for him for the future. I really want Trott to do well, but it worries me to keep getting linked with other keepers.
Sure.
So again, maybe he's too young to join the Premiership for the team that we are.
That's fair. I mean,
someone's calling me, Charlie.
You take the call. I'll take you off. Wave at me when you're done. Wave at me when you're done.
Okay.
Businessman Ray Borum there. I think Baptiste thing, he's obviously playing in the Leyton Orient game, so I can't speak to his thing, but a lot of people have been talking about how well he's playing. Alves is playing at left back in this game. Sorry, not Alves. Elise is playing left back in this game. And out of the two young centre backs we have, and he's looking good. He's getting forward well, not doing anything unreal, but he's looking at least decent playing at left back. I'm excited to see him get opportunities. Who else do you think, Ray? Who else do you think?
I don't think Okabeko is going to make it. To be honest, I don't think we're going to see many youth players apart from Ben Johnson. Maybe if we're lucky, I don't see anyone being good enough to come through. Again, I say this, I don't really watch under 21s football or under 23s.
Yeah.
So
I think the problem. I think
do you
with Okabeko is it's the same as like any other striker. Is you need to give them the opportunities and you need to play to their style. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen, right? It's easy enough to look at, and that's what they're judged on. They're judged on goals specifically. They aren't judged on anything else. And so if you have a situation in which you have a striker who's not being played to his strengths and also isn't getting the ball, then like, what's that going to do? It's not really going to do anything, unfortunately. And so here, where he's only really had the ball a couple of times and it's been in awkward positions and it's not really been a place where he can do anything with it. He's going to get judged harshly on that when really it's a diamond of everything else to an extent. Go on.
What kind of striker is he, would you say? What is his, what do we need to do to play to his strengths?
So I haven't seen enough.
It might be that we play formation.
Yeah, so I haven't seen enough of him to judge. I'll be fair and say that out of the gate. But to me, he always looks like a poacher, like Hernandez type. You put him in with the ball in the box, he puts it in the net. He's not going to pick it up and run at it. He's not a target man or anything like that. So I think for me, it's always been a case of like, I think he's a poacher. So we need to get him in and around the box, and we're not really doing that. We're just sort of, we don't get enough people around him to support him in order to find the spaces, and we don't find him in interesting enough positions and hope he can just do something with it. And it's not really going to happen, depressingly, in that sense. Also, Jamie, you did tell me about Italy. You very much did. And they did it with aplomb. Sorry, Ray, I interrupted you.
No, that's okay. I was getting dirty looks because I was on it. Yeah, like that. So why have we got him? Have we got him to buy to then sell on? Because if we don't play that kind of striker, poacher striker. Like, look at Hernandez, as you just said. Like, he didn't do anything for us. However, he done amazing for Man United. So why are we going after these poacher people if they're not the kind of players that we want to play like? You know what I mean? Shouldn't we be looking at someone a bit more stronger up front?
I'd ask the live chat, like, if you've watched more of Odebeku, tell me what kind of striker he is, because that's been my gut, but I've not watched enough of him to really, truly judge. So if you've seen more of him, let me know. What I think it's just a case of he was so highly rated at youth level, but he wasn't getting an opportunity. It's just a case of bringing in as many youth players as we can and trying to just get anything that happens and then just put him in. I think it's kind of, like you say, I think it's a bit, if it was a senior signing, it would make no sense because he doesn't fit the style. He doesn't do anything. So it's like, well, why would you bring him in? When it's youth player, I think it's just a case of you get as many in to try and get as many up as possible. It's just a numbers game, right? You just plap it out nonstop and hope it goes well. I don't know. It's here or there. It's here or there. Like, he's not been playing bad today by any stretch of imagination. It's just, it's not in a position that's useful for him. Clutch is asking how I am watching. It's on the Northampton Town Club website, ntfc.co.uk, I think it is. It's £5 to watch. You can click on it. If you're watching the Leighton, and Ray is not watching it, so if you want to watch the Leighton Orient game, you can pay £5 on the Leighton Orient website. In the description below, Discord, click on that, join. It's free. Have a look, have a gander. You can watch the Leighton Orient game for free in that.
You're not watching it via that. You're watching it with your eyes.
Ray, I'm glad you're here. That's the kind of quick that was missing. Just that was just. And if you want more of that, just lightning fast maneuvers. Two Spanners, One Hammers, the Patreon podcast. It's in the description below. Patreon.com/Hammers Chat. You can come and get involved with it. The teams are coming back out now. I'll be interested to see if there are any changes, but Northampton Town and West Ham are coming back out. The subs are going back in. Odebeku and Lanzini, who's captain today, having a big old convo. Want to see more from Nathan Holland specifically?
While we're in here, I need some help, Charlie.
Lay it down.
Right. So, I want to go do a vlog next season. We'll go into the European games. How am I meant to get tickets? Apart from on the dodgy dealings.
West Ham have just kicked off, by the way. I might be just dodgy dealings. I don't know, bro. Look, I'll be real with you. Like, as you know, I'm not planning to really go to any games this season, so it's sort of much of a muchness in terms of that. I tell you what you should do if you're looking for someone to sort out ticket stuff for you and you're looking for tickets. Hammers_chat, your boy who runs that, your boy Gio, seems to just be about with your tickets. I would say that's maybe a place to start. It's a place to start, you know. That's all I'd say. That's all I would say. Also, Brian saying he's a goal poacher, not hostile. We play. Yeah, that's how I felt, Brian, when I've watched him. But I'm not. I've never been certain. He's getting involved in the build-up play here, as West Ham are just sitting on the edge of the Northampton Town area. Nothing coming of it. But there we go. That makes sense. But yeah, Gio is the word I would say to you.
Scottish man, dodgy dealings, isn't he?
No comment. Free kicks Northampton Town just on the edge of their own area up against Nathan Hollander.
So, what do we need to do for the blog? Can you edit it for me? And then it can go on to Hammer's Chat forum or Hammer's Chat, whatever. We might even go on a Patreon. We may just.
Well, maybe it goes on a Patreon. We'll figure it out. Of course I can. I don't know. I think it depends where we go. You know, is it gonna be away in, you know, Germany or France or something exciting? Then maybe, yeah. Is it gonna be away in Scotland? We don't know yet. It might be a bit depressing and sad. Maybe we go away in Scotland and it's just 20 minutes of you walking around and going, nah.
It's raining.
You know what I mean? Nah.
It's more rain.
More rain there.
More rain there. No. Some Scottish guy trying to rob me.
Yeah, he does that. Gio.
Yeah.
Pilfered. Having a disguise. You know what I mean? He does that. I think it's a good idea, though. I think you should do it. If you do end up going to any away games, you should do it. I
want to go to every European away day because it's on a Thursday. Don't need to be at work. Can take that night off. You know, that'd be a cool little vlog. Does anyone in chat want to see me do a vlog? Come on, chat. You have to tell me the answer. I can't see it.
Yeah, sure. Want to do a vlog with Ray?
Yeah. Come meet me while we're doing a vlog. We'll go have a beer somewhere.
Chris is saying, look at Antonio's movement. He should have been at the Euros instead of Kane, who walked around the centre circle with his thumb up his body. I think Kane was all right in the end. Early doors, he was struggling, but I think he became more and more important. And for example, the goal in the semi-final where he dropped deep and laid the through ball, I think that's where you're looking at Kane's strongest, and that's just not something Antonio can really do. But again, it's playing to your striker's strengths and not just throwing them into the deep end and hoping for the best, a la Meepo against Man United. Scott also says if Hammers ever do a friendly in China again, he'd be happy to be our guy. Thank you, Scott. Rock up to see what's going on. See what's going on there. Don't really know. Ewan, you've had a couple of responses, Ray. I'll give you the positive ones first.
No, give me the negative ones. I like that.
Well, Ewan Kelly says yes, please, Ray, go into the vlogs. West Ham on the attack. Elise over the bar. Yes, Ray, please get me the vlogs. Y2 says something in a language I don't understand. Wally says yes, Ray. Whereas alternatively, Ryan Powell says I would rather die. So I don't know. So far, so good. 2 for 1. 2 for 1 is the way I would word it.
Only one death.
I think you could live on that. I think you could live with that. Yeah.
One less shirt that gets sold by West Ham. Swings around a bit.
Maybe I actually have to, you know. Ray, I appreciate you for coming. I'll let you get off.
I've got to get
back to actually working. But where can people find Two Spanners One Hammer if they're interested?
Well, I believe there's a Patreon page that they can go to and join. I'm sure Charlie's going to span it right in a second in the chat so people can go join and learn and listen to our show. Come and actually be on our show. We need more guests. Especially since we was meant to do one today and someone pulled out lastminute.com. So we need guests all the time.
And then Charlie should have sorted out Handy Day. Patreon.com/Hammer Chat. It's in the description. It's in the chat. Have a click, have a gander, join if you want to, and come be a guest on our show. We would love to see you. And just as you go, Ray, what a terrible sight. You pair talk bollocks, says Dean Smith. Thank you, Dean, and thank you, Ray. Good to see you. I'll speak to you later. All right, Dean. Fair. What's the Leighton Orient score? Asks the noob tuber. It is 0-0. There you go. There's people in there. People in there watching the game. They can give you some updates. Ryan says he'd rather give his money to Morrison's. It's good shop. It's a good shop, mate. You know, good meal deal Morrison's. You can get that chicken one, which has like other stuff in it, and then you can get like the brownie, get like a Pepsi or like it's a good. I've had many a Morrison's meal deal in my life. When I worked in Wood Green, that was basically all I ate was Morrison's meal deals. Northampton Town have a free kick, just sort of basically at the corner flag on the right hand side, up against Elise. There, they've won that. No comment. It's a good opportunity for Northampton Town here. West Ham going with a very small wall because it's such a tight angle. It is basically at the corner flag. I cannot describe it. It's almost touching. When the player takes a step back, he's almost touching. He's in that area, so you can imagine the angle's tight. We've got a two-man wall. We've got your little boy Kante Forson and Holland standing in there, significantly taller. Ball played in by number 3. Trot catches it, holds it strong. West Ham are away. Well, I say away, slowly but surely. They have the ball and they're progressing it forward. So again, if you're looking for updates on the Leyton Orient match, which is of course happening at this exact moment, then Geo will be live straight after this with a review, a full-time review, giving you all the updates on who looked good in that match, what was going on over there. So we are covering both the games today. We are making sure we can we cover it all as much as best we can. Northampton Town on the break again here, looking for that space, but the ball through, just dribbles through to Nathan Trott. No stress, no foul. A YouTuber is asking what the lineup is. Noob, the lineup is as such. Nathan Trott, Ryan Fredericks, Craig Dawson, Alves, Elise, Coventry, Forson, Lanzini in the middle, Bowen, Holland, Odubeku up front. It's a 4-3-3. The bench is Hiji, Sawyer, Ashley Neves, and Arosa. Northampton Town lineup with Roberts, Harriam, Sowerby, Guthrie, Hoskins, Pinnock, Nelson, Floors, Ashley Seal, Rose, and DeBayo, however you pronounce it. I would put it on the screen, but I wasn't prepped enough today to do that. Maybe I do it in a minute. Who knows? But there might be substitution soon. Anyway, Jared Bowen in a good position with the ball, trying to skip forward centrally, lays it out to Nathan Holland. I want to see him cut inside here if he's going for a shot, which he does. Shoots, it's blocked again. Lanzini collects the ball on the edge of Northampton Town's area. West Ham have had the ball a lot in this area of the park, just finding their way through slowly. No stress. Forson going for it. Forson's very short. He's just gone for a header up against one of Northampton Town's centre-backs. And the answer, quite frankly, was no. The answer was no. Who is Forson? What type of player is he? Asks Davey. I don't know who he is. I've never seen him until today. Kante was the description that the players have, that the chat was saying. They were comparing him to Kante. And I can see what you mean. He's a short, sort of central midfielder. Harry kind of looks more box-to-boxy in this than I would say Kante is. But yeah, that's probably the easiest comparison that people have been making. I think that's fair. Ryan asks how much either I or Ray make in a year. Don't know how much Ray makes in a year. I personally make not enough to be taxed, which says a lot about how my video editing goes. West Ham clips. Antonio just gone flying through an advertising boarding. Good to see he's warming up to the season well by absolutely attacking just furniture. Furniture. As long as he gets back up, I don't care what he does. If anything, I prefer him to go through some advertising boarding. It'd be like the Attitude Era. Be like a good, Undertaker logged Mankind off the cell. It's fine as long as he gets back up. It's fine. I want to see the wanton destruction of the capitalistic system. West Ham playing the ball back around. 55 minutes on the clock now. It's 2-1 currently. Connor Coventry with the best goal. I can't even remember Northampton's goal. Who scored? It's Hoskins. That was the pullback. Yeah. No, Connor Coventry with the best goal so far. The first goal was an own goal from Northampton Town. Jared Bowen was clean through in the area, plays the ball across to try and find Odubeku in it. And it just ends up being a Ends up being a own goal. Second goal was Connor Coventry, West Ham playing the ball around at just outside the D, lays it off to Connor Coventry, who with his left foot pings it into the bottom right-hand corner, slots it home. Lovely stuff. And then Northampton's goal, I believe, was Hoskins, pulled back across the goal. Sweaty, if you play FIFA, is the way to describe it. Nathan Trott didn't really stand a chance, unfortunately. You'd want the defenders to do something, but they don't. Forcing this Cantown Kante. There we go. Cannon Kante. My brain was trying to figure something out, but it couldn't. It's a shame. It's a shame. I could have looked so smart, and yet I come off the fool, like always. But the advertising horn came off West. That's my fault, David. Do you know what I mean? Antonio crashed his Lamborghini, or whatever it was, dressed as a snowman, and it just got out, and it was cool. Do you know what I mean? Advertising horn's got nothing on him. Advertising Hoarding's got nothing on him. Ball over the top is a good ball from Northampton Town. They're in a decent area, pulled back just on the edge of the area, takes a touch inwards, goes down in the area. Okay, so Northampton Town, it was a good opportunity there. The number 22 went down in the area. I think he was looking for it a little bit there. There was a collision with, I think it was Craig Dawson. There was a cheer from the crowd and commentator. They were asking if it was a penalty. I think he tried to buy it. I don't think there was anything in that. It was one of those ones where he taps it round a defender and sort of runs into the defender on the way through. A corner has been given to Northampton Town, but a tight call. A tight call. No VAR in this game, obviously. Played in from the corner, headed away. It remains 2-1. And Forson does well to get the ball. Fair play. Forson did well there. It ended up at the feet of one of Northampton's players. I don't know which one. Forson, who about half the player's height, just came in, nicked it off him cleanly, tried to go on a dribble, can only run out of play, and it's a throw into Northampton Town. Close from the cobblers there. Close from the Shoe Army. It doesn't quite work out. Odebeku pressing well, forcing Northampton Town into quite a basic error there. Good pressing. He pressed the centre-backs while they played the ball into a dodgy position, continued to just sort of give them something to think about. The ball gets rushed forward and it goes out for a West Ham throw-in. Well done there. Connor Coventry passed the ball forward well, looking for Jared Bowen, who skips past the Northampton defender. He's good, isn't he? He's good. He's not got the pace, though. Goes down, looking for a free kick. Not given. Again, I don't really see the need to be a free kick there. In a Premier League match, it probably would be given, but specifically in that scenario, I think it was OTT to give it. It's a friendly. We don't need it. He does well, though. Takes it past the player, tries to charge down the right-hand side, but just does not have the pace necessary. Doesn't have the pace necessary to really make them pay. Both the Northampton players caught up with him and ends up being away. Northampton Town free kick deep in their own half here. Nothing to mention. Game livening up a little bit here, getting a little bit more feisty. It's been a calm second half start so far, but as we're about to hit the 59-minute mark, starting to be a little bit of feist, a little bit of fire going on. I've wanted to see more of Alves today because I think he's the centre back who's supposedly the closest to first team football, and being in his 20s, you'd suspect so, as opposed to Elise or Baptiste. That's a terrible pass, and it goes out for a Northampton throw. A terrible pass across the goal, just directly across the edge of the West Ham area. There, just rolls out. I've wanted to see more of Alves today because he's the one who's reportedly closest to first team football out of all of the youth centre backs that we have, but I've not really been able to see much of him today. Not enough to make any sort of judgments on him. I thought Elise's looked decent going forward on the left. Still, Northampton Town. They're creating a lot of nice space. Terrible cross at the end of it. They were creating some nice space there. And there was maybe one or two opportunities for them to shoot from range. And instead they tried to work it. Came out to their left back who advancing high. Tried to just sort of play the ball in, I would assume, to the far post or something. But it was just flying very high. Kimbo asks, is that gin? Nah, it's water. I don't drink. So water for me. So here comes the Northampton Town substitutions. 4 substitutions. We have the number 29, the number 30, the number 12, and the number 34 coming on for Northampton Town. The only one I know there is number 12 is Scott Pollock. So my thumbnail is correct. Outside of Antonio, who's playing in the other game, that's stress. But Scott Pollock has come on alongside 3 other Northampton Town players, none of which I know. I would have to double check. I'm sick of Dawson already. It's preseason, says Anton. You know, looking poor, Leighton. Fair. I'm interested to know if you're watching the Leighton Orient game. How's it going? I assume it's still 0-0 there. Still 0-0 over there. Leighton looking pretty clip, says Rebecca. I'm interested to see what's going on around there. The cyber leader, WHUFC. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope your summer's been all right. West Ham now just passing the ball around amongst the defenders. Don't look in any particular rush to get forward, but also don't look like they have any real opportunity to get forward. They've tried a long ball up to Bowen, whose control was bad. It looked like Northampton were going to get there, but Odebeku does well to recollect the ball. Plays it out to Alisi on the left. Back into Odebeku. Spreads it out to the right-hand side. Fredericks picks up the ball, sort of just about the halfway line. Forson, Coventry, Lanzini. West Ham keeping the ball very well, but struggling. Northampton Town sitting very deep, can't really reducing the options for West Ham, who are just passing it around until they find one. There was one opportunity to get a little bit forward there. It didn't end up coming off, but it is what it is. West Ham fully just in complete control of this. Antonio thinks he can score from 35 yards. I mean, that's what he does, is it not? that's what he does, is it not? Anyone know you can watch it for free? Asks Davis. You can watch the Leighton Orient game in the link in the Discord below. The link in the description below to Discord. You click that, you join that, the rules page, you click a little green thing to accept it. It's just a formality, but it's a nice place to be. Check it out. Leighton Orient game is in there. Alternatively, you can watch the Northampton Town game, but that is pay only. Cyber asks, am I from South London? Cyber, do you want to scrap? I'm from North. I'm from North. Family. I've not even got any family in the South London. My family are from all over the shop, but I am born and raised North London. The opposite end of the Northern Line. So I was just checking to see what you were saying about the Leighton Orient game, saying it's a poor performance. Leighton Orient probably the better of the two sides. Fair. West Ham again, still just in control of the ball. They're just passing it around at will here. Northampton Town not really looking to pressurize them at all. This is obviously a game of fitness, so it's not going to be not like two teams are looking to go mad and try and get this or anything. But at this point, West Ham just sort of passing it around. Nathan Holland loses out on the ball. Scott Pollock with the interception, and Northampton trying to work their way forward. Triple Wemker plays it in, looking for Scott Pollock. Alves is there. Northampton still keep control of the ball. Played out to their number 3. McGowan was looking for Connolly, according to the commentators of Northampton Town, but doesn't quite work out. West Ham recollect possession. Nathan Trott, in a somewhat of a panic, just sort of boots it forward. Jared Bowen does well to actually collect the ball. He's how he managed to do that, I'm not sure. Jared Bowen did well to actually stop the ball from going out. Did a little flicky doodle, is what I'm going to call it. I don't really know what to call it, to try and get past the player. Does, but it's just too far ahead of him. And they end up working. Well, they end up getting a throw in, West Ham, and they throw it straight back to defence, who start to pass it around once more. North London represent. Do you know what I mean? Big up the ends. Big up the ends. Trust me, I'm aware. They all look the same. Stephen saying, I'm hearing Abraham coming to us. Any light on it? I don't have anything to say on it. I would say it's a good signing, depending on how much it's for. I think it's a good signing. I like Abraham's. I would like to see him I'd like to see him. I like to see him for West Ham, but it depends on the money. But I don't know anything about it. I've not been checking Twitter or anything. Do you think Lingard will sign for us? Asked the cyber leader. I do not. I do not think. I think at this point, if he wanted West Ham, just a little bit overstretched there. Jared Bowen can't quite get it. I think at this point, if Lingard wanted to come to West Ham, it would be clear. I don't think he wants to come to West Ham. I think he would prefer to stay at Manchester United, and that's fair enough. I don't think he'll sign for us. He might do last end, but I personally at this point I don't want him to sign for us. Is what it is. How much do you look into friendlies? Not much, Mitchell. I look into them in terms of. I think you can take positives from friendlies. I don't think you can take negatives. So if you see a player particularly playing well, looking lively, doing something smart, I think that's something to take away from it. I think if you're looking at tactics, I think you can take stuff away from that. How will West Ham line up this season? Stuff like that, where specific players will play, how they'll fit in. But when it comes to specifically any negatives, I don't tend to take them off too much. For example, I've been critical, I think, today of how Nathan Holland has performed, and I wouldn't count that against him. I still want to see him play in a proper competitive match. Ryan Fredericks gets forward into a good position here. Jared Bowen just on the edge of the area, tries to flick it across to Odebecker, can't do it. And Northampton Town on the break. On the brain, who's Pollock? He played for #United. He's played the ball through well to Connolly, who can't. I think Elise did well there to catch up to Connolly. He was flying through, just stands him up, forces him back. Northampton Town trying to do something. Pollock shoots, save. Nathan Trott. Best opportunity Northampton Town have had. Best opportunity. They counter-attacked well there. Pollock played it through to, I think it was McGowan or Connolly. I think it was Connolly on the right-hand side. For Northampton Town, Elise gets back well, stands him up, doesn't dive into anything, just keeps on his feet, forces him back. They managed to find their way through. Northampton Town. Scott Pollock just on the edge of the 6-yard box, tries to put it, or just maybe just a little bit further out of the 6-yard box, tries to pull it back across a goal into maybe the bottom left-hand corner, but your boy Trott palms it wide. It is what it is. Still 2-1, but a good opportunity there. Flicky Doodle, I don't know, Kimbo. Maybe I'm drinking gin and I didn't know it. Maybe I am. Just pointing, why haven't the Hammers made any transfers yet, considering the importance of the season we have coming up? Many reasons, most of which can be described as GSB. Jared Bowen has just pulled up there, not looking good. He maybe just a stamp on his foot. I think nothing serious, hopefully. The ball came across to Jared Bowen and he just sort of started limping, and he had, one of them on his face. He had one of them, and he was hobbling a bit. Players are continuing. I think he's going to try and play it off. Like I said, I think it was just a stamp on the foot, maybe by accident. That's just like a step, so nothing serious whatsoever. But you never want to see it in a preseason. At least he does well again there to find Lanzini. I tell you what, he's having a decent game. Out of all the youth players, I'm interested in him the most. I think he's had a decent enough game. Got forward well. Moyes, as Rebecca says, is at Leyton Orient, and the coaching staff are the ones managing this game. Ali, I love you. Good to see you, and thank you very much. Appreciate that. Is there any team you'd particularly like to see us play in the Europa League? That's a great question. I don't know who's in it. I have spoken about it several times, but all of that information is instantly flushed out of my brain. West Ham building forward well here. Jared Bowen dispossessed. I would love Dortmund. I don't think they're in it, but I would love Dortmund. I'll take anyone really, to be honest with you. I want the biggest teams. Northampton doing well to get forward. Pollock on the edge of the area again. Oh, Lewis shoots. Saved by Nathan Trott. Does well there. I tell you what, West Ham right now are giving Northampton Town a lot of respect, let's say. They're giving them a lot of time and space in and around the area and not really dispossessing them of any shape or form, not really closing down, not really closing the angles, anything. Northampton are doing well to find space and time. There's a couple of people there who could have taken the shot. Eventually, the person who does take it, I think, is one of their midfielders. And forces a good save by Nathan Trott. It was Nathan Trott's low to his left. He gets down quickly and palms it away. But it's a good save. Good save. Poor defending from West Ham. Maybe you need to wake up just a little bit. See what say. People saying best chance, yes, at Orient. Almost a goal for Antonio. Great save from the Orient keeper. Northampton Town again, just pinging it around inside the area. Northampton Town are really just pushing West Ham here. They're just standing basically in the area going, yeah, we'll just keep trying. We'll just keep trying. You can't read into friendlies. We lost 5-3 to relegated Bournemouth and people went mental. Rest is history. I think you can read into positives, but like I say, not negatives. Isle of Hams. That's how I would describe it. Only transfer rumor I've heard is Areola. Yeah, that's the big one. Lots of people talking about Abraham today as well. But Leighton Orient. Yeah, Areola. I would like him, but we'll see what happens. I think for a loan with a view to buy, I think is a no-brainer almost. A no-brainer. Who's captaining at Northampton game? It was meant to be Dawson. Dawson was the one that the social media team put out, but actually Lanzini's had the armband. Don't know what's gone on there. Everyone was talking about it being Dawson on the social media. The graphic said Dawson, and then we walked out and Lanzini had the armband. So, don't know. Don't know. Northampton Town making another substitution now. One of their strikers coming off for number 46. I think it was DeBeo who's come off. There's no graphics on the screen, so I can't tell you who, but 46 is on. We'll see. Has Anderson left? Yeah, he is. He's gone. He's not official on the website. Anderson has signed a blah blah deal, blah 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 blah. But he is in. He's currently off getting his medical done. Off in Italy, living it up. What thing? Nathan Holland with. I don't take negatives out of pre-season friendlies. Free kick to Northampton Town deep into their own area. The goalkeeper's going to make some. Goalkeeper's going to make the free kick. A scrappy second half. Northampton Town definitely been the better of the two sides. I think defensively, Alves, my God, ball came flying forward there. Scott Pollock again getting into a decent area. Alves just nods it back towards, attempts to nod it back towards Trott, who does collect it, but it was somewhat iffy, concerningly so. And West Ham, it's Northampton Town thrown. It's a thing. I don't know. I think Northampton Town have stepped up a gear, and West Ham just sort of. Again, it's a training exercise, so it's not going wild or anything. But it's just a case of they're running through the paces at the moment. They're just sort of not really doing much. Whereas Northampton Town are consistently getting in good areas. Again, at least he's impressed me today on the left hand side. He's been playing left back. I know him as a centre back. I don't know how well he plays at left back or if he's a big left back boy or whatever, but he's impressed me. I think he's defended well. He's tended to stay on his feet. He's much taller than I thought he was. He's got forward well. His passing's been decent. I've actually been really impressed by him. Out of the youth players, he's the one I've been most impressed by. Connor Commentary's had a good game. Obviously scored what looks like is currently the winner. But not played unreal or anything, but decent anyway. Moyes just Aries Ocuflex as he come off. Just airs Ocuflex. Sorry, I read it Aries like the god. Ocuflex as he comes off. I don't know anything about Ocuflex. Talk to me about Ocuflex because I know literally nothing about him. Mimi and Fed asking how they can watch the games. You can watch them. Link in the description below for Discord. Click on that. It's free to join. Click on the little green thing on the rules page. That means you accept the rules. It's basically saying you won't be a dickhead. And then you can watch it. It's in the link section. Have a little click. And then in the Northampton game, it's live on the Northampton Town website for £5. 5 of your English pounds. 34 does well for Northampton Town there. Oof. Edge of the area, takes a touch onto his left foot and hits a pile driver. Gerrard-esque is maybe the way I would say it. And it came close. Deflects out. It's a corner kick for Northampton Town, but it's decently done there. Decently done. Kante's all over pitch. He has. He's been good as well. He's appeared in a lot of different pockets of space, getting forward well, defending well. He's been doing a lot. I've liked the look of him. Never seen him before. Never even heard of him. Forson, decent. Ball in from the corner, headed away. Not great, but it is headed away. Holland picks up the ball. Doesn't really know what to do with it. Decides to run. His crossfield ball goes straight back into the possession of Northampton Town. Northampton Town, again, they're doing well, especially the last 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. They've been really good. Aquaflex just signed from Celtic. Oh, is that the Celtic kid? Right. Okay. Yes. I'm so out of the loop. Thank you very much, Scott. I've heard lots of good things about him. I've never seen him, but I've heard lots of good things about him. West Ham's tips have been most likely to sign Danny Ings, which is a weird one. I hope it doesn't happen, just pointy. I mean, look, if he, for the right price, yes. But given his injury record and our lack of depth up front, given injuries already, I would not want Danny Ings to be the guy we sign. If it was for a very low price, then yeah, sure. But I don't think it would be. So I like Danny Ings. I think Danny Ings is a really good player, but I don't think he's the one we need. 76.5 minutes is still 2-1 to West Ham United. West Ham making a sub now. Your boy Forson coming off. Good game for Forson. On in his place, number 12. Rosa. Okay, right. Okay, now I know who it is. There we go. I was waiting for the commentator to confirm. It's Rosa. It's your boy Bernardo Rosa. Right, okay. Number 12. Rosa. He's here. Good performance by Forson, I felt. Not done anything unreal, but he's sort of been everywhere. The comparisons to Kante, I can see what people were talking about now. He basically appeared everywhere, all over the pitch. He didn't do anything unreal, but he battled well for the ball. He moved it when he needed to, and he like I said, he was basically everywhere. He was playing on the right side of a midfield three, and yet at times he was playing left back to defend. I mean, he put in the effort. Don't know how old he is, but he did decent. Dash Mesh. He is playing. Scotty Pollock is playing. He's come on in the second half and he's looked very good. To be fair, he's probably been the best player for Northampton Town since coming on. That's my opinion anyway. Rather have Tammy than Ings. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. I mean, yeah, I would definitely agree. Again, it all comes down to money, but I would definitely agree with that. Listen, Hackney Marshes are a tough place to go, Chris. It's like Stoke on a Tuesday night. Do you know what I mean? Can you do it on Hackney Marshes on a Thursday after work? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. Saturday with all the 17-year-olds. You know what I mean? Good ball in from Northampton Town, headed just wide. Horsefall with the header. The Northampton Town captain. Big man, he's a big dude. Ball got played in, came close to heading. Just one of those ones where you just need to just direct it a little bit while keeping it down, but didn't quite happen. Still 2-1. Bring Knightsbridge on. I don't know anything about him either. Knees. What? I don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but I don't know anything about him either. I'd be interested to see him though. I want to see all of them because I don't really know much about him. So just actually learn, see what's going on. Petrus asking for a link. Northampton Town is on their website, £5, and link in the description below. Discord, click that, join that. Link for the Leyton Orient game is in there. Whatever happened to the rumours of Hlozek and the Crow? Crow, I think it went quiet after he had a bad Euros. We lost interest. Oh, little bundle there against Elise. Little cheeky bundle from Northampton Town. It got in there, just a little push. Bit unnecessarily. Crow, yeah, I think people weren't impressed by his Euros, and so it went very quiet on that front. I think that's what happened there. And Hlozek was never going to happen anyway, but it was just one of those things that kept getting mentioned because Czech Republic. But there's nothing on that front. 10 minutes to go. Still 2-1. If one team is going to score here, it will be Northampton Town. They've been far the better side in this second half. West Ham not really doing anything at all in the second half of note. But we'll see. At this point, I mean, West Ham aren't really doing a lot. They're not really showing for each other. They're not really putting any real effort into going forward. They very much seem to have lost all steam and are happy to just pass the ball around in defensive areas. Northampton Town have pressed a couple of times well to try and win something. They've done it there. Little press on Nathan Trott. He plays it forward. And Northampton Town, again, go to try and win the header, and it ends up being a corner for a throw-in for them. It's now a preseason game by very much preseason standards. And yeah, if anyone's going to get a goal, it'll be Northampton Town. Although I wouldn't write out a West Ham goal at the end. Don't get me wrong, but it feels very Northampton Town right now. It feels very Northampton Town. Is Lanzini stay or going? I think he'll stay. I think he'll stay, Dave. That's my gut feeling is he'll stay. Mainly because I think we kind of need him to at this point. We've not got the numbers to let him go. He's playing today, captaining the side. I can't really see a situation in which he goes. He plays too many positions that we need bodies in. I think if he didn't have that game against Burnley and show he can sort of play in a more defensive midfield role, then maybe he would be out. But I think he's staying. Antonio nearly scored again. Another good save, says Ewan. Scott's second half has been better for us at Leighton. So West Ham stepping up a gear in the second half at Leighton Orient. And stepping down maybe 2 or 3 gears here at Northampton Town. Northampton Town get a free kick and try to take it quickly, but it gets pulled back. Kimbo says Lanzini must stay a bit more as DM. I think this is what I'm saying. Yeah, he's just too many positions. He just covers too many positions for it to not happen, right? Northampton Town have defended well. They're very solid. They've got a lot of people back. They're more than happy to just have everyone sit deep and just sort of go, come on in, let's see what you can do. And West Ham, in a very preseason way, have gone, nah. They're just sort of passing the ball around with not much incision or anything. Lanzini trying a big forward pass there, gets it forward to Holland. This is the first time West Ham have got into any sort of advanced areas for a hot minute. Holland and Bowen sort of walking into each other there. Rosa, Coventry, back out to Fredericks on the right-hand side. 1-2 with Bernardo Rosa looking to try and get into a decent position, but cut out well by Northampton Town, who play it forward straight into the feet of Alves on the halfway line. Not much incision. That's the first time we've really got in and around their area in a hot minute. Northampton Town defending well. Just cutting all the passing lanes out. Connolly tried to get forward. Elise just comes in and stops it. Just stops it dead. He's like, no. Pushes him straight down. I've been impressed by Elise. He's been the one. 6 minutes left of the game. I think it will end 2-1 at this point. Looking a bit better past sort of 10 minutes, but it's been a bit sloppy passing at Leighton Orient. Fair. That's, interesting. A great big thank you for you guys for giving me the info so I can see the game. You're welcome, Chris. You're welcome. Again, if you want to know more about the Leighton Orient game as well, if you want a different opinion, GL will be live straight after this, giving his full review on the game. So that'll be interesting. Mipo Odebeku is now coming off after a quiet game. And on in his pace is, I think the guy's name's Sawyer. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's got the number 18 shirt. It's not Pablo Fornals, depressingly. We'll see who it is. We'll see how it goes. See if he can do something different. Quiet game for Mipo Odebeku. Not really found him in any sort of significant positions. He's done all right. One or two times where his hard work and effort have created opportunities or won the ball back. But nowhere close to scoring or anything, but he's not really been given the opportunities to try and score, if we're being honest about it. West Ham playing themselves into trouble by the corner flag. At least he just has to force to boot it out and it goes for a throw-in, but West Ham just unnecessarily playing themselves into trouble. Diop isn't playing, no, Rob. He's not playing anywhere, as far as I'm aware. Don't know that for certain, but I don't think so. I didn't see him on either. A very, very good free kick position for Northampton Town here. Yeah, Diop just not existing at all. Best youngsters out there in the Northampton game. If you're watching the Leyton Orient game, let us know who the best youngsters have been. In the Northampton game, though, it has very much been Elise for me. Connor Coventry got a goal. Forson played well. The centre midfielder played well. But Elise's been the big standout for me in this game, youth-wise. If you're watching the Leyton Orient game, which youth players look good there? I suppose playing two squads at once shows that we have a bit of depth. Not the best, though. I think, to be honest, it's just getting as many people fit as possible because we've obviously got a lot of games this season, so we're going to have to play more people. Personally, I don't think it shows much depth. I mean, this has been mostly a youth squad against Northampton Town tonight. Not been many first-team players out there. Lanzini, Bowen, Fredericks is about it on Dawson, I guess. But yeah. Free kick in a good position for Northampton Town, right on the edge of the area. Scott Pollock, maybe one of those ones where it's a bit too close, if anything, but there's a space above Lanzini. Lanzini is short one. He did try to hit it over Lanzini. Don't put the short one where the player is going to want to hit the free kick, is what I would say. But it's what West Ham did. Lanzini jumped, turned his back, hits off him, and it's eventually come out for a West Ham throw. But yeah, poor. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. I'm getting more and more certain this is going to end 2-1. West Ham had next to no attacking intent whatsoever for the last half an hour or so. Here's what it is. Quality, but not the quantity, but not the quality. Probably, yeah. I mean, the thing is, a lot of these youth players will never play first team football as well, if we're being honest. West Ham trying to work their way forward, it's just snuffed out by Northampton Town quite easily. I mean, most of these youth players won't play. I mean, Mipo Becker's not going to get game time unless Antonio literally dies and Bowen's not available and Yarmolenko and whoever else will play up front instead. Holland's not going to get game time. Elise won't get game time. Alves won't get game time, although he's probably the closest one, I guess, in terms of fourth choice centre-back. Coventry won't get game time. Forson won't get game time. You know, I think it's a case of just getting every single first team footballer we can as fit as possible. I don't know. Thought Yarmo was leaving. I mean, if we can find someone to take him, I guess he will. But at the same time, he was leaving in January. He's been leaving all the time. But it's a case of trying to find someone who actually take him. And that's not something we really can do. His injury record and his high wages are quite prohibitive. We'll see. We will see. I have a feeling Yarmolenko will end up staying, but we'll see. I haven't really been paying enough attention to the rumours and whatnot to really see what's going on. But yeah, where is he? He's not back from the Euros yet. None of so him, Sufal, Suchek, Rice, none of them are back from the Euros yet. It's probably someone else I'm forgetting. I have high hopes for Halisi. I think he has potential to be the next Rice. Both really similar. I have enough. I have high hopes for him as well. I thought he was good. I thought he's looked really good today. I don't know where his future lies. Is it at left back? Is it at centre back? Is it at DM? I don't know where his future lies. I don't know what we're going to see from him. But I've seen enough. Like today, I've been really impressed by him. And unlike certain other youth players, or players when Diop has the ball and he tries to pass and it's always a bit shaky. Like his second half has just been really second half I've read it. His passing's been really solid and interesting. So I think it's a case of, I don't see him getting much first team football this season. But I do think it's interesting. See you later. Enjoy yourself. If you've come here from the Leyton Orient game, Gio will be live with a review from the Leyton Orient game just in a moment. Just to give you a wrap up of what's happened here, it's 2-1 to Northampton. It's 2-1 to West Ham United. The full-time whistle has just been blown. The opening own goal from Northampton Town. Ball got played down well down the right-hand side. Fredericks and Bowen linking up well. Bowen tries to put it back across for Mipa Odebeku. Ends up going in the net from, I think, Northampton Town centre-back. Second goal was Connor Coventry. Ball worked around on the outside of the area. Ends up at the feet of Connor Coventry, who hits it in the bottom right-hand corner. Strongly slots it home. And then Northampton Town get one back. About 10 minutes after. This all goals in the first half an hour. With a sweaty goal pulled back across the goal. Ball crack back across the net, and Hoskins get the goal. It is what it is. A decent game, decent first half. Second half, a lot more dull from a West Ham perspective. I thought Northampton Town looked a lot better in that second half than they did the first by a significant distance. But extra run out, extra fitness. There you go. Thank you all for watching. I very much appreciate it. We'll be back. We're trying to cover as many of the preseason games as we can, or as time allows us, including the Leyton Orient game, which is also just finished. If you're looking for that, Gio is about to do a live review on this very channel. He's about to do a live review of that match. So go forth, check it out, see what happens, see what he says about the match at least. But thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate it. Appreciate you for coming. Remember, like the video if you're new. If you subscribe, if you're new around here, like the video if you enjoyed it, all that good stuff. Here is the link in the live chat for Gio's review of the Leyton Orient game. Thank you all for coming, and we will see you next time. See you later, everyone. Bye.